Welcome to the Universal Monsters Podcast, the show that will never do anywhere as well as our commentaries. I'm your host, Jake, author of The Devil's League and host of Hot Quality Content, and with me as always is Bruce, Kierman Head and Scripty Archaeology's founder and current guy who does the whole thing. How's it going?
Pretty good.
And of course, joining me is the other co-host, Xander, which is EQS's creator and director, and directing Tour de Force himself. Xander, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good.
And for this special episode, we have a wonderful guest who somehow, 20-something episodes in, is still not guested on this show until right now. We have Ian from Hot Quality Content himself. From basically every commentary we've ever done, this guy's on it.
Yeah. Comedy groundbreaker, Ian.
Comedy groundbreaker, baby. See, he knows. He knows the title.
See, everyone should know.
Well, what is this show, you might ask? Well, every so often, we go ahead and break down a bunch of Universal Monster news across movies and shows and theme parks, physical media, and anything else regarding these classic monsters. And then after that, we talk about the topic and the title of the episode. So, are you guys ready for some news? Because we got a lot of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
I've been looking at, I've been reading this stuff for like the last week and a half now. It's insane.
Yeah, we had to cut some stuff, some smaller stuff, because it's so big. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this tidbit here. The eagle-eyed among you might have noticed that the last two episodes, we all had the same clothes on. That's because we recorded it a little long and cut it in half and made two episodes because I was in Brazil the entirety of October. So in my absence, they didn't do a Universal Monsters podcast. They didn't need to. But Bruce took it upon himself to do a screenplay archaeology with Xander regarding the early versions of 2010's Wolfman. So, It just so happens that a previous episode of this podcast, Tyler Mattis and I also did the same thing for about 10 or 15 minutes. They did a whole hour on it. They did a deep dive. So without further ado, I'd like to present an edited down highlight reel of both conversations. So if any viewer out there who's new is wondering what me, Bruce, Xander, or Tyler thought about that early draft of the movie, here it is now. Over 90% of what I read is identical, but what changes there are for the better. And by that I mean the older version is better, and the movie we got in theaters I don't think is as good as the script that I read recently.
Probably the strongest thing about this script is that the character dynamic and the relationships feel much more stronger.
What stood out to me as an improvement is the backstory for Sir John Talbot. There's a 2 or 3 pages of exposition, which I usually would mind, but in this case, it actually makes the movie we watched or read technically make more sense. He is trying to justify in his head what he does when he is a werewolf is not his responsibility, and he doesn't care at all about when it happens. I really appreciate that from a character point of view because it looks like he's been grappling with that, his own morality, and by the time that Lawrence confronts him about it, he's full on the other end where he's just like, well, fuck it, I don't care at all. And I think that's a lot more interesting of a character than, say, the version we got in the movie where you don't have as similar of an explanation, where he's just crazy for the sake of crazy, and it's just not as memorable of a depiction.
I wish Hopkins got to play this.
Script Sir John is so much better than film Sir John.
Yes.
Film Sir John is so empty.
The Hopkins we get in the movie is like Hannibal Lecter's sequel Hopkins, where he's just fucking around.
Yeah, 100%, and it's so... There's only one scene that I feel original script John kind of bleeds out into the film, and it's when the inspector comes around and he's like, I just need a few moments, and John just keeps going, no. And I kind of like that, but that's the only time that it really shows.
Well, the obvious thing is that this early draft that was written by Andrew Kim Walker was before David Self came in to do a rewrite, which was a request of Joe Johnston, was that Hugo Weaving's character is not in the script. That's the biggest difference.
Yes, I was waiting for him.
Useless addition to the movie, because Aberline does nothing. He's like the worst detective. He immediately has Lawrence as his prime suspect. He says, I'll establish your whereabouts on the nights in question. I'm like, bitch, he wasn't even in town when this happened.
Dude, I know, right? I'm like, he literally has the most solid alibi. He was performing Hamlet in a theater.
So imagine that David Self must have introduced him into the script.
And he's comically useless, because he doesn't do any investigating. He sits in a bar, drinks a beer, and then he gets his ass kicked in like the last 5 minutes of the movie. And that's it.
There's this weird moment where Lawrence turns into the Wolfman for the first time, but it's not until that asylum area, and then he breaks out, and there's like a whole super long sequence of him rampaging across London.
There's just 10 straight pages of carnage here.
which I absolutely love.
I love, but you could cut some of this.
It kind of came off as a little unintentionally comedic after a while. Like kept going on and on and on. And I thought it was interesting that there was supposed to be a cameo appearance by Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper, who is stalking a prostitute, who has he's wearing a top hat. He has the sword cane in this version, except it's like a devil's head on the cane.
Yeah.
Other changes that stand out to me are admittedly superficial. Like there's a scene where he goes into the crocodile pit and they have a bit of a spar.
The Wolfman climbs up onto a train track, down into an enclosure with a pool of water, but it turns out to be a crocodile enclosure at the zoo, so you get the fucking Wolfman wrestling a crocodile.
Which is
it's cool.
It's super cool, but I will say, going off the assumption this entire script would have been filmed, this could have been cut too. Because I'm reading, I'm like, oh, this is fucking awesome. And then I'm thinking, oh, 2010, 100% this would have been fully CGI and it would have looked so trash.
You're telling me that that was cut out of whatever version they ended up shooting? That's just so disappointing. Now that I know that was there. Because really there's not a whole lot of monster action. And I know it's a horror film. I want to keep it a horror. I don't want to change it into an action movie, but you can put a little bit in there. And the only bit of action they put into the final product, besides the werewolf kills and stuff, was him fighting his dad for all of 30 seconds, which should have been a much more interesting fight than that.
John transforms into what they call Gray Werewolf. He kicks Lawrence across the room, where he grabs a spear from a suit of armor to fend him off, which is something Hugo Weaving does in the movie.
Yeah, which only lasts for 5 seconds, where in this, the whole spear gives Lawrence time to transform himself before he gets,
by the way, this has a way better fight.
Oh my god, so much better.
The 2010 remake of The Wolfman, out of all the Universal monster movies, this is the one I'm the most conflicted with, because there are things about it that I like, such as, Anthony Hopkins, Hugo Weaving's performances. I also love the creepy atmosphere. And then I also love the makeup work by Rick Baker and Dave Elzy. The big issue I have with this movie is really the way that Benicio del Toro's version of Lawrence Talbot is written.
This is to the day the modern werewolf look that I think stands up to the original 1941 look. This is a great updated design.
Rick Baker had a good handle on it, and if you see his unused design for Creature from the Black Lagoon, that's also very good.
The 2010 remake of The Wolfman, even though I don't love it or hate it, I will say what makes this movie so fascinating and stands out from the blockbuster phase of Universal monster films that started with the first remake of The Mummy and then ended with the 2017 Mummy, is that this is the only one that wasn't trying to be a action blockbuster movie. It was trying to be a horror movie, even though the production budget was basically trying to be that of a blockbuster movie. Tonally, it was trying to be a horror film, which makes it unique and stand out.
So yeah, that's the script. 99% of it's really, really good. I don't know why they didn't just shoot this.
Nothing in this script implies that they needed to make changes for budget or time.
Maybe cut out the crocodile.
Moving on to the next piece of news. You know what the show isn't? A Marvel podcast. Literally none of this show has anything to do with superhero movies in any way. Just want to point that out. This is all just Universal monsters. Recently, someone well connected to the industry has shared a description of the Avengers Doomsday trailer. And this is what they had to say. They said, the person who's seen it says it's not completely finished, but they were surprised at the amount of footage they showed of Doom in action. You're going to get not just a glimpse of Dr. Doom, you're going to see Doom, and the way the character was described in terms of Downey's interpretation of the character is a classic Universal monster. So, how do we feel about that?
I love Dr. Doom, love the Universal monsters. I want to see it.
I'm really excited for Dr. Doom to get defeated by the evil mob with pitchforks and torches. That's going to be pretty cool. That's the classic Universal monster thing. That's going to be pretty cool. I don't know how they're going to do it. He's pretty powerful, but
yeah,
I'm excited to see it.
A couple torches doesn't sound like it's a big threat to him.
But... pitchfork maybe,
and if they do get him, it's just going to be a Doombot.
Well, I mean, it's just going to be a little upsetting because every attractive woman will want to be with Dr. Doom.
Oh my God! Man and a woman on screen. Think about it.
They immediately fall in love and get married the next day. It takes no more than 3 days for them to get married every single time.
And I will say, chances are it'll probably be the best Doctor Doom we've gotten in live action, which isn't a high bar.
Not a high bar. I'm thinking of all three other ones.
I'm thinking of them as well, and let me tell you,
the best
it's
one.
pretty bad.
I haven't seen the 2015 movie, but the best one is from the Roger Corman film.
I actually think Julian McMahon has more to do, like as an actor, has more going on. But the more accurate one is easily the Roger Corman one.
2015's I don't know how many times you guys have seen 2015's Fantastic Four. Me and Jake have both seen it 5 times, so I can attest. Doom is all right, and that movie is fine.
I've seen it 4 times. All right,
I've seen it 5
that
times.
That extra time was you.
So
I'd like
it's
to
not
remind
good.
the audience that this isn't a Marvel podcast.
It's not a
Yeah.
Marvel podcast. I had to put the disclaimer.
I will say, you guys are going to have to watch it again because it's a Worst Picture winner at the Razzies.
Yes, fully aware. Depressed about it.
6, baby, let's go.
Yeah. So there's, again, I wouldn't have brought this up except for the fact that there's a little bit more to the quote, and they again mention Universal Monsters. They say, it's a tragic figure, and he's a broken figure. He needs the suit to actually function. Doom must have the armor because he is a broken body who's scarred. He went full Universal Monster with the interpretation. So, like, I can't not put that as news for this show. Like, come on. It's the most anticipated movie ever, and they mention us twice. Come on.
This
So,
feels
valid,
like the
valid.
same stretch you took to include Superman in that one episode.
listen, he said gods and monsters in the opening of the film. All right?
Yes, it's the second shared universe that tries to kick itself off with the Gods and Monsters quote.
That's so good.
And it's already far more successful because there's another piece of content from it. There's more than one. So,
Lanterns
yeah,
next.
all right. We'll move on to one that's a bit more in our wheelhouse here. This is the big one. Well, actually, before the big one, Xander gave me a link to a Lego Ideas product that at the time of him sending it to me was not funded. And he's like, let's put it on the show so we can drum up people to fund it. Well, now we're recording the show and it's already been funded before we even clicked record. So let's take a look. It is the Universal Monsters Lego Ideas set. And I'll probably put the link in the comments of this episode here so you can go
Yeah,
check
that way
it
they
out.
can see like the concept picture and stuff.
But we were gonna rally you guys to be like, hell yeah, get this made. But it looks like it's getting reviewed officially. It's hit the benchmark, and Lego is gonna make a decision.
Well,
I have thoughts on this. Do you want to go first, or should I?
Well, I want to clarify that while it did get its support number, it's going through the review board. So it's not confirmed to be made yet or anything. It's just like...
No, the only thing you can do by supporting it is guaranteeing Lego reviews it and says yes or no.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But that benchmark's hit, so everything fans can do is done. But
Yeah,
keep supporting it. Keep going on
Yeah.
and, go to that page.
Because at the end of the day, it is to make money. So I'll let you go first, Jake, on your thoughts.
They're going to say no. And I'll tell you why. And it's not just because Universal Monsters are not as popular as, say, I don't know, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, something that has nothing to do with the show at all. But it's more along the lines of they have a Lego monster line already that's like a knockoff that looks just like Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman. And some call themselves Dracula and Frankenstein because you can do that legally. It's fair use. But they already have, like, monster hunter guys, and it's got like a guy with a gun fighting Dracula at his castle with Wolfman and stuff. Like, they have sets in their knockoff line.
Correction.
They had
they
had a mummy line a long time ago.
Yeah, that monster line that you're talking about, Jake, was super cool, but it no longer exists. They stopped doing that.
Are you sure?
So
I
they
saw
did-
one like a couple years ago at a Target. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
It's
When
like
I was a kid, they had a it was like an Indiana Jones knockoff set, and one of them had like some of them had like mummies in them, and those were really cool.
I also have the Indiana Jones knockoff sets. They're awesome.
Lego Monster Fighters. I found
Yeah,
the exact
Monster
name of the line.
Fighters.
Yeah, they look identical to Universal Monsters, except they're more like action-y with like guns and
Frankenstein
shit.
has paper clips in his head or like safety
He
pins.
does
so
have
that's
safety
kind of
pins in his
fucking
head.
awesome.
That's really funny.
Dude, they're so cool.
Uh,
I think it will because like they made a Seinfeld set once. Like it's not out of the realm of obscurity.
Yeah.
Okay?
Xander, it pains me as much to say this as it is true, but Seinfeld is more culturally relevant than Universal Monsters today. I'm sorry. So I makes sense why they would do that. you
Well,
know?
there's no the Seinfeld podcast now, is there?
There's 100 of them.
Exactly.
Case in point, if I made a show called the Seinfeld Podcast, I'd probably have 3 other shows that have that name. But
You
this
know
is
what?
the only Universal Monsters podcast.
You know what, Jake?
There's a
Okay,
couple,
fine.
but they aren't called this.
It might be more culturally relevant, But if a kid were in a Target and it was between a Universal Monsters
and he
Lego
sees
set
the monster
and
one or the Seinfeld one, he's
which
picking
one
the
is he
Seinfeld
picking?
one. Or the monster one, monster one.
No, Xander makes an excellent point there.
Yeah.
If I'm a kid and I see like a cool ass castle and
Yeah.
like a big dog dude, or like even like the creature from the Black Lagoon in like a sick little boat set or something, I'm picking that every time.
No way you just said that,
Exactly.
Ian. That's one of them. Hold on, let me pull it up.
I love the creature of the Black Lagoon. That's a banging Lego idea.
Dude,
Lego
oh,
Monster
yeah.
Fighters. I got it right here. And I just clicked the main first link and scrolled down. The first set is the lagoon creature with a guy on a boat with a gun trying to kill him.
Yeah, no,
Now-
that's awesome.
That's literally
And it
described.
That's awesome.
And Monster Fighters was a great set. Every Lego fan loved it
Yeah.
and everything. And I see no reason why this wouldn't succeed, especially with the IP. So there's a lot of people that will be
Because-
like, yo, this is collectible.
Because Lego doesn't have to pay for the IP if they make Monster Fighters, whereas they would have to license that from Universal. Not that it's expensive, probably. Again, it's not.
Okay,
like
here's
half
my
of
question.
Lego isn't just IP now.
I mean, if Blumhouse can afford it with their budgets,
Exactly. It's
valid,
but
very valid.
but okay, if they make these sets and they make a creature set, they need to have little single white pieces to represent the cocaine.
The cocaine that stops him at the end of the day.
it stops him at the end of the film. Yeah.
That's
but
true,
again,
it's canon.
this isn't a line. This is one set. Like it's
Yeah, it's
like the
one
Friends
big set.
or
It's-
something
it's-
like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
You know what? That I can see as like, oh, this is just a one-off. You know, we can just make
Yeah,
this for fun
exactly.
and just do it.
If you asked me whether or not I think they'd do it, I think right now the answer is no. But I think that depends on when this gets reviewed and put out. If it does get reviewed, it's probably going to take some time, and there might be more
Yeah.
things out that would make them more likely to say yes. Right now, I think it's in like this weird mid ground of maybe.
To be honest,
So the official
Maybe-
Lego description, just real quick, if I could interject here.
oh yeah,
It asks, will you be joining Dr. Rodney Rathbone and his band of intrepid
Great name.
heroes? Or will you be drumming the voices of to help Lord Vampire block out the sun?
Lord Vampire sucks.
You can use Dracula. You can just call him Dracula. That's
Call him
legal.
Alucard for fuck's sake.
That's just legal. Like,
but
Could
Dark
call him
Knight.
Brack.
The real
they could call him
question
Brack
here-
Termos.
the real question here, and this is more of a Lego thing, isn't whether or not this set will be made. It's whether or not this set will be $500.
easy.
Oh,
And that's another thing, too.
you just said a cheap price.
I
Try
was-
$750.
I was gonna say, if it wasn't funded and we did this piece of news, I would have challenged you, Xander. Put your money where your mouth is. If it gets funded, you got to buy it, no matter what
I
price
will
it is.
buy it.
But now it's
I
funded.
will buy it.
You're committing anyway.
All right, awesome.
I'm
Okay,
committing.
well, you heard it here first, folks. Universal Monster Podcast Extraordinaire Xander is going to
will-
buy the $10,000
if
Lego
this-
set.
If this set comes out, I will personally film myself walking to the Target and picking up the set. Just
We
for
need a
the
picture when it's
podcast.
done too, though. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll just wait for this thing to go on deep discount because it's not going to be very popular.
Oh, come on. It's a bunch of monster. Kids are going to be like, duh, that one. And they're going to be like,
exactly.
no, it's $500.
To an extent, we all support the show of our own volition. Like, I bought the Bride of Frankenstein shoes, but I needed shoes at that time. So,
I fucking missed out on buying the Wolfman ones. I should have done it.
I wanted to buy. I wanted to buy some of the shoes, but I don't think they had them in my size.
I support the idea, and I believe everyone listening should as well. Just
Yeah.
I'm talking
it's fire.
logistically, like from a company point of view. As a fan, I want this set yesterday.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want it on my desk. But yeah, it is what it is. All right. Well, with that down, we have one more piece of news, and it is far and away the biggest. It's justifying its own fucking segment if I care enough to cut it out. We have confirmation that Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are returning for a fourth Mummy film to be directed by Radio Silence, the guys that did Abigail recently.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. There are rumors, this is not confirmed, rumors that it will retcon Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Fine.
I have feelings on that. Xander's ecstatic because he hates things.
Tomb of the Dragon Emperor is the best one of the original three.
Thank you, Ian.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
The first one, it's like cheesy, schlocky. It's all right. The second one's
sudden-
bad. And then Tomb of the Dragon
Oh.
Emperor, so I'm like, oh, let's go.
I'm not
suddenly
defending Returns. Returns is a whole other thing.
Yeah.
I suddenly remembered
So-
that Jake hates the Mummy films by Stephen Sommers, so now I'm not surprised why he doesn't want.
Hate's a
Toon
strong
to be
word.
non-canon.
They're not
I
very
would say I
good.
don't like them. I
Yeah.
appreciate things in them. I'd say like, you
Yeah.
know, maybe 3 out of 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 or 4.
But,
That's
you know,
fine.
It's
Your-
just
I remember
shocking
your score.
because
Your
you love
I
Van
remember
Helsing.
when we did. I just remember when we did our debate episode on them. You said your score went up on the rewatch.
yes, I'm remembering the score from the what is it, the commentaries. So it probably went up like a point or so, but it didn't go positive for me. I look, I don't even love Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. I think it's like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. It's like middle of the road. It's okay.
very fun.
But I will say this. Canon is canon, man. Like, that movie happened. Those two... Actually, she didn't come back. But he came back. That is a sequel to the first 2 films. And any 4th film, if it's not going to reboot it, should continue the story. I really don't like what Halloween's done, where they just call a new film Halloween and nothing else, and it just sequels the first 2 or 3. It's super frustrating to me.
Every Terminator film being Terminator 3 after Terminator 2.
Yeah, that's rough. That's really difficult.
Listen,
I mean, Salvation was Terminator 4, but
yeah. I mean, bad naming conventions aside, sometimes I don't understand why you want to keep all canon no matter how bad. Because
it's
sometimes
canon. Canon
sometimes
means
canon
it's canon. Do you remember? All right. Do you remember this? Before Disney bought Star Wars, there were actually levels of what there was like G level canon, and there was like just film level canon, and then there was like X level. That's insane. It's either canon or it's not canon. It either happened or it didn't. So, you know, people criticize Disney for like being like, okay, now all that's not just legends, and maybe it happened, maybe it didn't.
Okay, but
that's the smartest
but
thing.
The Halloween canon stuff, that shit got so messy and like bad and just.
Then reboot it. Then start over.
That's
just
what
have a
they
question.
did. They just cut
No,
out.
they made a sequel to part 1.
Okay, you two. Get a room, you
Like-
two.
I just have
whatever.
a question. Are the Scorpion Kings going to be in this?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's what
There are
I'm
5
I
of
hope
them. There are 5 of them.
More
That's
Scorpion
technically
Kings
the
than
same-
mummies.
See, there
technically
you
the
go,
same
Jake.
universe.
They never
I
said
mean,
the Scorpion
now we're
King
cooking.
series wouldn't be canon, so there
I
you
mean,
go.
They're
technically,
so bad.
technically, the Tom Cruise movie is still canon because of the book.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, the book of
There
the
you go.
fucking Book of Souls or whatever's in Prodigium. Yeah, that's true. Oh my God.
Do
Yeah,
you
but
really
the Mummy
want-
2017 didn't retcon any films that came before. I mean,
Yeah,
it
it's
probably
just bad.
did if you really fine-tooth comb
Yes,
it,
it
because
did.
why didn't anybody care about the mummies?
I fine-tooth combed it, and it doesn't contradict anything. I have a whole
Oh.
theory about that.
Okay.
I actually laid out a timeline of how it would work at one
Jake-
point, but we don't have time for that here.
Jake,
But,
do
like,
you
my
really
point is,
want
like-
2017 Mummy to stay canon?
If it's canon, then it's canon, Xander. And if it's
We-
not canon, then that's a reboot. That's
These
by
are
definition what that
fictional
means.
stories. We have the ability of free will to pick and choose what we want to keep.
Then make a new film with new people
really said,
to
free
do
your
that,
mind.
which Lee Cronin almost did. That's a different piece of news.
I
I do. There's an even weirder example of this: the fucking Alien and Predator movies. The Predator movies are like, well, we totally acknowledge AVP. We put in references to those movies.
Right.
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The Alien movies are like, fuck right off with that shit.
No, but they're still trying to be in the same universe, and this is completely unrelated because it's technically not a universal monster. But like, I don't know if you guys have seen Predator Badlands, but they reference
Yes.
the,
Oh,
the-
yeah.
It's
the
not just
Prometheus.
reference, they're like a
it's-
plot
there's,
point.
It's
yeah,
the
there's
company.
more
That's
than
the company.
a reference.
Yeah.
It's the direct
Yeah.
villain of the film.
It's fucking awesome. But I have complicated thoughts about this because I don't like the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies, and I don't want to see a 4th Brendan Fraser Mummy movie. I'd rather just see a different one.
But this
have-
is something we haven't talked about yet. Sorry, just gonna finish this point here. It's
okay.
being made by the Abigail guys.
They're great, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you know,
cool.
I don't care about Dracula's daughter. I think that's a real mid film. But they took that premise, changed a lot about it, and made it a crazy fun time. So
I'll
I'm
tell
down
you.
if
I'll
they-
tell you what.
yeah.
I'm just kind of wondering how much blood they're gonna force into the fucking film. Because my god.
Their first 2 films are like a bloodbath, literally bathing in blood.
what's the other
Yes.
I haven't seen it, but it's Ready or Not, right?
Ready
Oh,
or Not's
okay.
really good, and
one?
they
I've
did.
I've seen clips of Ready or Not. Yeah.
They also did. They did Scream 5 and 6, which I thought were very good.
Ready or Not is
Yeah,
great,
people
but
do say
it's
that.
not as gratuitous with the amount of blood. Like Abigail was just like, let's find every excuse to use blood. And I was like, okay.
Right.
I did read an article where they said that apparently they are going to try and make this one a little bit more of a horror movie. So,
I mean, if it's better, it's better. I'm just saying, as of right now, as a non-Brendan Fraser mummy enjoyer, I'm like, all right, cool. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Brendan Fraser. Encino Man's great. But the Brendan Fraser mummy movies, I'm just like, yeah, he's having fun. He's doing a good thing. He yells back at the mummy. That scene's fucking awesome.
I love how out of his entire filmography, to back up the phrase "I love Brendan Fraser," you bring up Encino Man's
It's
the
so
one.
funny. I love it, man. Like, no,
Yeah,
Brendan
I like-
Fraser, he's great. He's goofy. He's fun. I just don't love those movies. So right now,
I'll say this: I like him in them.
yeah, he's great.
I think
Perfect.
bringing him
Great.
back is a really good idea if
Yes.
you do it right. I think there's a
And he's
potential to
still
have a
super
really
talented.
good.
He hasn't changed his amount of talent.
All things considered, it might be the best Mummy remake film for me if it's that good. So.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
low bar. It's
Well,
like the lowest bar.
let me say is that as a Brendan Fraser mummy enjoyer, if I had to pick, I would say I'd want something new. Because this does kind of feel like Universal just going to like the safest option.
Nostalgia, really heavy nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if as long as they aren't doing like every other scene is like, hey, remember this thing from the other movies. And I don't think Radio Silence are going to do that. They kind of do that in the Scream movies, but that's a Scream movie thing where they're like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, this is kind of like a horror movie, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I think that I trust them to do something good with this. And if it's good, I'm not going to complain. But if I had to pick, I'd prefer something new.
I just want a good Universal monster movie. So
I fully agree. I think at the end of the day, we can all see eye to eye on that.
I'd say we got. I mean, it's been a mixed bag the last several years. We got a good Invisible Man. We got
Anger. Yeah.
Last Voyage was my favorite of the three Dracula
yeah.
adjacent movies, and then
I think I agree.
I agree.
yeah.
I thought Wolfman was okay.
It
fine.
seems like we're starting to get kind of a rise of monster movies coming back, but it's still kind of
Yep.
like a shaky bar.
It's
So I just want
still-
something
it's-
good.
It's also still up in the air if Universal is going to make that Creature from the Black Lagoon remake.
They have heard
I
nothing
want it.
about
I
that.
want it so bad. Creature's one of my favorites. He's so fucking awesome, but I just don't know what they're going to do.
44 years of them trying and not doing it tells me they're not going to do this one either.
The fact that they had Guillermo del Toro pitching them a movie and they went, nah. What are you, stupid?
And then he makes Shape of Water and wins Best Picture.
Yeah. Like, what are you, dumb? Like, come on. That's
Imagine
the
if they
monster
said
guy.
yes. Oh my god, one of the best Universal monster remakes ever, automatically.
And they didn't make his Frankenstein, and his Frankenstein is also really good. So
I haven't seen it yet. Is it?
I want to watch it. I'm waiting
wanna
for
watch it as
Bride.
well.
I want to
Yeah.
watch that and Bride back to
Fair,
back.
very fair.
Which are not connected, but I just want to.
I have one more thing on this too. Like, we're like, oh, if this is the way they're gonna do a mummy movie, I want to watch it. How about any other monster? Because the mummy's my least favorite. Oh man, like there's one good mummy movie, and it's the first one,
It's
and then
Boris Karloff.
every other one is bad, in its own special way.
I'm similar to Ian. I will give a shout out to Tomb of the Dragon Emperor for being
It's
fun.
but
But
it's not great.
A lot of them are disappointing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
saw
can't argue
that
the Scorpion
movie
Kings.
once
They're
in
easily the worst
theaters.
ones.
They're funny to watch with your friends and make fun of for hours on end.
A few weeks ago, I asked Ian if he wanted to come on to do this topic, and he said, "Sure, I'm down." And now he's here, and he's
I
like,
forgot.
"He's like, I don't know what
I
to do."
forgot the topic.
So
I was like, oh man, I forgot.
the
Well, we're gonna
title
have fun.
topic, which everyone else knows about, including the viewer, is noteworthy Universal MonsterThon comments. You see, Hot Quality Content is a channel that does a lot of movie-related content, like podcasts and reviews, and occasionally I write a book and make a ton of videos about it. But by far, our claim to fame, the thing that gets the most regular views around here, besides recently the DCEU video, the first series of commentaries we did was about the Universal Monsters. We did every single one, all the black and white ones, all the remake ones, some unofficial ones. You lobbied to get League in there, Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Okay, but that's one of our it's the automobile.
It is.
That's
That
one of our
is-
best ones.
yes,
Yeah.
that's one of the ones I've rewatched the most, just because the energy in that one is so good.
The MonsterThon series is what inspired me to write my book in the first place. You all know the story. Something I've never done is address or highlight the comments we often get on this channel. And seeing as we have nearly 100 episodes of the Universal Monster podcast, or the Universal MonsterThon, I should say, that of course means that we've got a sizable amount of comments on those videos as well. So before I get too far into this, I offered to you guys, do you have any Universal Monster related comments you guys want to bring in? And you both at first said no, then both went, I think I got some later on. So how do you guys feel about that?
I basically went and looked at my Universal Monster related screenplay archaeology comments, and I looked at the ones that I thought were kind of either interesting or funny.
Sure.
Valid.
I don't get a lot of comments on my videos because I don't really get a lot of views, but I do have at least one to share of any notables.
Okay.
So there's that.
Here's what I propose. We start with Xander's one, then Bruce's few, and then we'll do the billion I have.
All right.
Audience, for context, I'll just set the table for you, Xander. Xander's most popular video has nothing to do with Universal Monsters. It's probably why this situation is befalling him.
Yeah.
It was he's laughing before I even start to describe it, but it's a video. It's like a parody of a song from a show. I don't know. I didn't even watch it. I'll be honest. I love you, man. So not for me.
It's something I made in high school for one of the projects in my digital video class, which had to do with using a green screen. And at the time, Undertale was popping off. And so someone made an animated Sans Undertale parody of the song Stronger Than You from Steven Universe. And I barely knew anything about either. And I was just like, this is cool. Let me make a live action version. And I uploaded it on YouTube thinking, no one's going to watch this. And I was wrong. And for years...
You were so wrong.
Yeah.
It has like 250,000 views.
Couple
fun fact, those are two massive things. Yeah.
Yeah. A couple YouTubers made videos reacting to it. I got tons of comments saying, go fuck yourself, drink bleach, this is cringe as hell. And now it's gone into a renaissance where people are just like, this is really funny, or this was well made, or ha ha ha.
I remember it from
like
childhood,
this.
even though you did it a few years ago.
Wild.
Yeah. At this point, because some notable YouTubers, one guy, there was a lot of times where my videos would get "Hear from Yub," so that was fun. Luckily, it's finally died down, and thankfully, by the time I started making monster videos, no one's ever referencing them in my recent videos, thank God. Well, actually, funny enough, the only notable comments are in my Unseen Obsession video. One of them is... this is made by the same person who made Undertale I'm Stronger Than You live action.
Great. Well, no notes.
Oh
Awesome.
my God.
This one person, Hunter R. Hickey, said, well done. I really enjoyed the story. I'm curious as to whether your crew will do a sequel about an invisible woman. I can definitively say I will never make an Invisible Woman film. Simply just because I don't feel comfortable asking a woman to essentially wear a green screen outfit and then undress. It just seems...
Right.
It's just uncomfortable.
Not at the scale you're operating on, because you're like $0 budget, asking friends and family and stuff. Like if you had like a $1 million behind you and you're paying people, you can do whatever you want to.
Yeah,
obviously they're getting compensated for that.
And Invisible Woman sucks anyways. So.
Yeah.
And it really is like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really change anything other than the fact that she would be a woman. And I've had a better idea for an Invisible Man involving his wife or his fiance in the film.
I also have a question then. When are you going to make an Invisible Agent movie?
Yeah!
Well, I mean, based off our pitches of Universal Monsters, there is a fun fan script I want to start making, funny enough.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so you liked my Invisible Agent.
I liked it, but I really want to make that Invasion of the Metaluna Mutants script that I pitched.
Good luck with
just
that
sounds
with
so
no
fun.
money, because that sounds more complicated
Whoa.
than is capable.
I said I want to make this fan script. I never said I was going to make the movie. I just was like, this
Yeah,
Understandable.
I I actually wouldn't mind trying to write the Frankenstein pitch I made. Just take the prodigium part out of it, replace it with something else.
Bruce, you said you have some notable comments as well.
All right,
Let's
so
dip your toe in the pool.
I went through all my Universal Monster related screenplay archaeology episodes, and I picked one comment from each of them, except for the Invisible Man episode I did, which didn't have anything on it that jumped out to me. But the first one I did was in 2016. I did a remake of Bride of Frankenstein, and this comment has nothing to do with the episode. I just thought it was funny. This person called Mr. Sand 7899 said, "Audio fuck up near the end. Play it backwards. We get a secret message." I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Have you actually played it backwards?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Because
why even
the
bring up the
hell?
comment, Bruce? Now I know what
You
I
gotta
know what
play
it
it
says.
backwards.
We gotta know now.
Hell. God,
what?
what episode is this?
Okay,
I got time.
Tipper Gore.
I'll do it after recording. I'm busy right now.
Just search.
have
Just
to know.
Just search Bride of Frankenstein on my channel and you'll find it.
I'll find it. They're
Yeah,
Bride
no,
episode.
I need to know what it says backwards now.
Okay, next.
It's
Genuinely
Bruce
curious.
saying "fuck you, Jake."
I didn't even know you back then.
In the future, I will know someone named Jake. Fuck that guy.
So this one is on the episode about the Mummy remake scripts I did, and I forgot to screenshot the guy's name, so he's not getting credit for this one, unfortunately.
Damn.
It was
But
me.
he said, "This is really fascinating. Great review about all this development, Pyramid Head. Yeah, the Joe Dante Mummy sounds like the Stephen Sommers film, except much more in line with the Karloff picture, even though I don't think it sounds anything like the Sommers movie."
It's funny. I think if the Summers movie were more in line with the Karloff, like if you hybridize those, you got like a really good movie.
Well, yeah, basically the ones I covered in that episode, for the most part, were fairly straightforward remakes of the original movie, just kind of moved to the modern day. This one is on my episode on John Carpenter's Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is from Whiskey Brewer, who's done some episodes with me. He said, "Mr. T singing opera would be my choice of casting, lol, because there's a character in the script who sings opera a couple times, and it's like a running joke."
I can't believe Stephen Sommers stole that for Van Helsing by making Frankenstein sing.
I thought, all right, when you said John Carpenter, you said John K, and I'm like, is he gonna say John Carter? What does that have to do with any of this? But John Carpenter making a creature movie sounds like it would be awesome.
And
I
the
gotta
script
ask,
is good.
I haven't read the script.
course the script is good.
I assume it's really good, but
Yeah.
is there like creature gore? Like, does his arm come off? Is there like a profuse blood and guts?
Yeah, he rips a dude's head off.
Yes.
In one
10,
scene.
sounds awesome.
The next one is when I did a couple of the mid-2000s creature scripts, one of which is written by Gary Ross, the Pleasantville and Seabiscuit guy. Writer's Room 3499 said, "Going through the archives, and wow, great breakdown, although these scripts do indeed sound AWFUL. If they
Well, I
wanted to make
appreciate
this...
you get the credit, even though the scripts sound bad. You're like, good job saying those bad scripts, Bruce. Good
Yeah,
work.
well, that's one where I, like, midway through the one script, the one character was just being such an annoying shit, I just start going, shut the fuck up every time I talk about him. When I did the big, long, like, multi-hour Creature from the Black Lagoon episode where we did fucking everything, Mike Spearman 1414 said, "Finally some good fucking food." I thought that was funny.
Love that meme. So
That's a
good.
great meme.
This is on our first episode together, Dark Universe Van Helsing. And Nick Lander 3301, who I interact with a bit on Twitter, he said, "I finally finished hearing this. I have to say, it's one of those mixed bags for me. It feels like Supernatural for some reason." It kind of does.
Wow. The TV show, I see the similarities. It's
Yeah.
bigger budget enough to not be, but I see it.
And it won't go for fucking 15 seasons. On our Dark Universe Wolfman, the remix factor saying, "Thank God none of this crap happened."
That was a dog shit script, dude. That was a terrible.
Yeah,
It feels like the Dark Universe stuff was all.
It was
just bad.
someone writing a script for Dwayne Johnson to get him on board with being Wolfman. So every scene, women just flock to him and want to, like, he has pheromones that make women.
yes.
It's a whole thing. It's terrible.
Why would you want Dwayne Johnson?
Money.
I like that you called him the Rock Wolf instead of the Were Rock. Really nice touch.
Yeah. Rock Wolf. Baby.
Yeah.
A Were Rock implies that he's a normal guy that turns into the Rock Johnson.
Rock, yeah.
But a Rock Wolf implies that he's the Rock turning into the
Also
werewolf.
wolf. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the correct
no,
terminology.
I like that.
This is on our latest one, the Dark Universe Preacher, because there weren't any comments worth doing on the one from October. But this is a guy who he's Brazilian. I don't want to fuck up pronouncing his name, but he's a regular listener. He comments all the time. And he gave me a comment saying, what if the James... I'm going to kind of paraphrase it because his English isn't amazing, so I'm going to get his point across. But he said, oh, if the James Wan movie happens, maybe they should cast Sophie Thatcher as the female lead. And I thought that was cool.
That's not bad. Well,
And she's good
shout out
in everything I've seen her in.
Shout out because he's Brazilian, so, we're on board with that just
Shout
by
out.
marriage. And this is new. I've never done this before. I actually sat down for the first time in my life and went through every single comment on the Universal MonsterThon videos, and I've curated the most noteworthy or interesting comments about each one. Before we get started, I'm just going to say that I'm fully respectful of people disagreeing with us or not finding us funny. I have no issues with people voicing their opinion in my comments section, positive or negative. Not an issue at all. But as long as they're not spamming or harassing. I'm happy to report most comments are positive and respectful, and it's the minority that are negative. But I wasn't biased when selecting these comments. I have a wide range of comments here and opinions to talk about here on this show. The only thing that made me choose one comment over another is if it's an interesting discussion to have and talk about and stuff. So if you just
So we're going to be talking about Whiplash.
Oh, I hope so.
No, if you just commented like cool, then I'm probably not going to pick it. Like it's got to be something to discuss. So to be clear as well, because I have a lot of comments. I got a lot of caveats. To be clear, the average MonsterThon video gets between 500 and 1,000 views, which isn't at all a lot on YouTube standards at all. But on occasion, one of our videos will get like 10, 15 times that amount. So I'll clarify as we go, like, oh, this one popped off and I have like 6 interesting comments, or this one got the least of all of them and it has one comment because it's just that one guy that commented. So let's start off. The silent movie era had negative, interesting comments. We start off here with Dracula 1931. Now, this is why I wanted Ian on the show, because he's the only one who's commented with me on every single one. Mudd only joined later, so
Yeah,
I want
joined
his
in the
opinion on
remake
this.
and sequel era, right?
Yeah, yes.
He joined with Meets the Wolfman.
He joined the crossovers and then was like, I'll stay with the Abbotts, and then hated himself for staying with the Abbotts. So... All right, we start off with 1931's Dracula. This guy says, and I do have his name here for the record. Wow, honestly, this is the best review I've ever heard. Not only are these guys funny, but they're also informative and attractive. Ian deserves an Oscar for Best Voice Actor. These guys are way funnier than that Jeremy Johns guy. Don't listen to the critics. Watch this full video and leave a like and subscribe. Also watch every single one of Hot Quality Content's videos. That's from Ian Mello, by the way. I want to point that out.
I knew that was for me too. The second you started, I'm like, oh man, oh no, that's me.
That comment is many years old.
I remember you saying in one of the videos, we have one view on all our videos, and you're the one view, Ian.
I don't remember what video it was, but I was like, no, this one's gonna pop up. He's like, we have one view on all of them. It's you. It's like, yeah.
It's so hard to predict what's going to pop. If I was good at predicting what would pop off, I would make money from YouTube and I wouldn't need to work full time. So that's our first one, and that's our only significant one from Dracula 1931. So glad we got that out of the way.
Now the second comment is also from Ian. It's
No. I don't know if I have another one of yours, but these are all people. They're all other people.
I'm people.
Frankenstein 1931. Just one comment that's significant on this one. Cedric Honstadt says, really enjoying these Universal Monster commentaries. Where can I listen to them full length? I've addressed this before. I want to talk about this a little bit. I got two reasons why I can't and I shouldn't.
You don't want them full length.
I don't want the full length.
You don't
So
want them full length.
even if you
That's what
get
she said.
3 or 4 people in a room or on Discord or whatever talking over a movie, very rarely are you going to have people talking the whole way through. I think the closest we came was James Gunn's The Suicide Squad because we all had different takes on it and we all constantly talked over that
We were
movie.
yapping, yeah.
And we'd all seen it before anyway, so we weren't like absorbing it for the first time. So that's another aspect of that.
To
So
the point you split it in half.
we had to because it was just so big. Well, that's what she said.
That's what she said.
So, so I don't release that because I don't think it's genuinely interesting enough for the viewer. The other reason is because sometimes we say things to each other full well knowing they're going to be cut
Yeah.
because we want to get like a rise out of each other. Like sometimes we'll just, for no reason, there'll be like a scene of like two people kissing and one of us will just drop like this random, very offensive word. Which is, what the, oh my God. But it's just because we know it's going to get cut. Right. So on occasion, there'll just be these commentaries where it's like, well, that's like turbo cancelable. I gotta mega delete that one. So, but we don't do that on purpose. We drop bombs on purpose to like psych each other out. So there's multiple reasons. Because one, it's not interesting enough, and two, it's a war zone.
Or what of us saying our full other person's legal address?
That's another
in the
one
middle
too.
Of the fucking video.
Whereas like,
Yeah.
oh, where's this creature gonna go next? How about? And then I just start reciting my actual address.
Yeah.
And
like we can't.
they're like, well,
do
you
that.
can't dox yourself. So that's gotta.
now
But obviously, there's things that can't
to
be.
release the full audio cuts.
No, it's there's a lot of dead air. There's a lot of inside things that are only funny to us that don't make any sense to the outside world. We reference a lot of other things. Like we just can't. It's not feasible or smart.
Sometimes we go off for like 10 or 15 minutes about like what food we're going to eat today.
Yeah.
Because we eat food after the commentaries. And I'm like, yeah, it's interesting at the moment. Inchin, I kept in a lot of the conversation because
it was boring.
This is boring as fuck. But
There's
no.
Speaking of offensive bombs drop, there's one I always think of because in a couple of your it's mainly in the early dealer's choices where you say like, I'm a black man in the movie who's helpful to the white people in the movie. There's a word for that. And my dumbass brain,
That was in Serenity.
Yeah, you can cut this if you can cut this if you want to, but my dumbass brain always go when you say there's a name for that. My dumbass brain always wants to go a slave.
Damn.
The film trope, not the yeah.
we try and like whenever we do keep in commentary where we're using like offensive quote language, like, I don't know, bitch. There's always people that are like, you guys are so sexist to women. It's like, no, we're playing a part. Like, we're mocking the characters in the movie. Like, come here, bitch, let's make out. We've known each other for 2 minutes on screen. Like, we're doing a bit for the context of the joke. We're not actually. So even then, like, those are even things that like have context. Imagine ones without context.
Yeah.
We're done. Our channel is on fire if we do that. So no full commentaries. Sorry, maybe sometimes.
No full commentaries.
Not even member-only videos?
No.
It's just too much. There's so much dead air.
There's a lot of dead air, too.
There's so much dead air.
A lot of dead air.
Or like, all right, $1 million. Would you let your balls get crushed with a hydraulic press? Like we do that every episode. We have $1 million butt question.
Sometimes they keep them in, though.
Yeah.
No,
like,
by the way, I don't want $1 million for that.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. This has to do with Frankenstein, I guess. Murders in the Rue Morgue is the next MonsterThon comment. Awesome Inspector 5270, who is a frequent commenter on our channel. He says, yeah, Murders in the Rue Morgue is not one of Universal's best, but it has a certain macabre charm about it, and Lugosi's always a treat. Great job, guys. Next is The Mummy, and I can't wait. Also, fun fact, Bela Lugosi was actually pretty tall. He was approximately 6'1" to 2 inches tall. It's because we said he was short.
He looked short.
That's the movie with the gorilla. In hindsight, we only included the Edgar Allan Poe ones because they counted as a series, quote unquote. No one counts them as a series now, so they probably wouldn't have been part of this. I probably never would have watched this film if not for the MonsterThon.
No.
So, interesting movie. I like the gorilla. I like a good gorilla. What can I say?
In fairness, when I watched all the films, I was going off the wiki page, and they were still in the wiki page, so I was like, all right.
They were on there. Yeah, they were
I
on there.
didn't
I think it was
find
included in
Murders
the
of the
box sets. So.
Yeah, I didn't find it that bad of a movie. It's pretty like disturbing for what it is, so I enjoyed it for that.
If you consider like cultural context, it's super scary. You know, it doesn't really hold up anywhere, but like, you know, for the 30s, that's a pretty impressive gorilla suit.
It's interesting in the sense that was the director who was supposed to make Frankenstein and then left for reasons nobody really knows why. Like there's
because he wasn't good enough to make it.
Yeah.
Because James Whale was better. The Mummy, 1931. We got one comment here. Darth Griffin, 7741. Worst of the non-sequel. That includes spiritual sequels like She-Wolf of London. Universal monster movies. Boring as hell. Basically just Dracula but Egyptian. And really the only good thing about this is Boris Karloff in the opening scene. Turbo wrong. I'm sorry.
Agree.
Oh, yeah.
Super wrong. She-Wolf A is like bottom 3 or 4 worst Universal Monsters movies ever. First, let's get that out of the way now. No one likes that film. But The Mummy
The watch along is better than the movie.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Appreciated.
We hummed the Seinfeld theme at one point in there.
we did do that.
No reason. Again, things that could have been cut in the random commentary. But Mummy 1931 is Ian and I's favorite Mummy film, including all the remakes in today.
Mine too.
The only one we really like.
Mine too.
Cool.
I think it's the only good one. That's a shame.
I like a
Be
couple
the
of those.
outlier here.
You're the outlier, even though most people agree with you,
Yeah,
Sanders.
Alexander likes Tom Cruise's 2017's The Mummy the best.
Whoa, okay. Let's not start throwing out
He came
slurs
swinging.
here.
Ian came swinging. Oh,
Listen,
man.
I learned to love 1931 Mummy, but for a general audience, yeah, it's the worst of them.
Actually, and I've seen this
originals.
before, Ian. If Xander leaves his room, the open door shows the poster for 1931's Mummy.
That's cool.
So
Yeah.
I wanna point
I've
that out.
got a sculpture that is the poster of the 1932 Mummy.
Sick.
Yeah,
I've
no,
learned
this
to
is a
love
great
the
movie.
film,
It's-
don't get me wrong.
I feel like the first Mummy is underappreciated in the Universal Monster canon. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not as talked about as Frankenstein and Bride.
The reason I understand why people would think it's boring too. It is a little bit of a slow burn, but I actually like that about it.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't, what's the point?
Well,
It's
if you
hard
don't
for
like
me to
slow burns,
enjoy
you're probably
slow
not a fan of
burns,
this
yeah.
podcast because all we talk about are the old Universal Monster films, and a lot of them, they ain't much action. I think the first action scene in any of them was in Frankenstein meets the Wolfman for 2 minutes.
And most
No,
people
Wolfman has a lot of
and most people when they complain about the original Mummy, they don't even talk about like the movie being slow, just going like, "Oh, he's only in bandages for like a minute at the beginning," and I'm like,
That's who cares?
And
He's dope. He's got a
he's
fez.
cool. Yeah, he does have a
He's a
fez.
fez. He's fun.
he is one of the scariest monsters just because of that trick they do with Karloff's face.
Yeah, the like dark shadows and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
There's a
really
reason
cool.
that's the thumbnail, and there's a reason that thumbnail ranked in a
Incredible,
lot of
I
views.
will
incredible use of.
I will
of
say-
what they had there.
Forcing friends to watch monster movies and stuff, like between Dracula and Mummy, I've seen a lot more of them like find Dracula to be a lot more interesting, Mummy to be kind of be like,
That's because
this
it's more
is
interesting than the Mummy.
Yeah.
I think that's just a fact. I mean, out of all of the original ones, I think Frankenstein and Dracula are the best by like a long shot.
Well,
it's not
I mean,
close.
You're not talking.
I know you're.
I would
I
agree.
think you might be a Wolfman guy personally. I've heard.
I don't
it
know
might be your
what would
favorite.
ever tell you that.
Yeah, he's a big fan of the recent one.
Yeah.
Ah,
Wolfman
yeah.
2025.
Don't get me started on that goddamn
I'm
film.
swinging too. We're all swinging. All right. Son of Frankenstein has 2 because this video rather, got a lot more views than I expected it to. Timothy Sweeney says, "I really think a black metal track over this film would rule."
So is that a reference to? I don't know if I mentioned it during any of our videos.
That
before
Nosferatu
that.
got the-
There is
Yes,
a version
I've
of
seen
the
that.
original Nosferatu that has black metal playing over it the entire time.
That makes
it's
more sense
fucking
now.
awesome.
That makes more sense. That is the video you said that.
It is so funny because they didn't even think about it. They just put random shit in there.
Yeah, it's kind of good. Like I kind of like it. So
And then there's another comment from Awesome Music 19 that says Colin Clive was dead when they made this. This is a reference to the video because I said in the video that, oh, there's just a picture of him. The actor's not back. This is like the first case where they couldn't get the actor back in history of film. A, not even true. B, he was dead. So I was talking out of my ass.
Yeah, it's actually kind of sad because I think he
Yeah.
drank himself to death.
I
That's
believe
super
so, yeah.
depressing. Yeah.
Colin.
It's like, oh man, what the fuck? They replaced Dumbledore. Why didn't they get the actor back?
They replaced. Come on, guys. They replaced Kang. Come on.
Oh, how could they?
Yeah, the actor's dead.
His
To
reputation. is-
Hollywood.
All right.
He got the shit beat out of him by Adonis Creed, and he just never recovered.
He never came back to Hollywood after that. That's the only reason that he's not in Hollywood.
Yeah, just
anymore.
that.
The Invisible Man Returns has one noteworthy comment. At Gibby the Great, but it's Gibby with 1 B, so it's Gibby. We need a cam on y'all. I agree, but you and Mutt are a little camera shy usually.
I don't love being on camera because I don't hold my body very well. I don't like I look awkward. And
You guys
I don't
know
think the movie.
the Universal
I don't think the
Monsters
videos
podcast
need
has
it.
camera, right?
I do. It's right there. I've been staring at myself
I
the
just
whole
wanna make
time,
sure.
judging myself.
Here, I'll
Thanks.
drag the Discord tab
No,
over
it's
that
fine.
so
It's
you
fine.
can't see yourself.
Well, I can see myself in the Discord, so it's a moot point.
Oh yeah, but you're slightly smaller there.
Yeah. No, it's just one thing where it's just like, I don't know. It doesn't
On occasion, we
bring
do like
it
a
down or bring
special-
it up, I think. I think one of the most important parts is the friends we made along the way. The things that we're saying are the important part. You're here for the review, not to stare at my forehead.
Yeah, I'm very much of that mind. It's like, I don't think the cameras add a, because you do have cams in the early Star Wars stuff. I don't think that adds anything. And I'm also someone who, it comes to like the video game Let's Play scene, I don't know why everyone is so obsessed with face cam.
Yeah.
For certain things, it makes sense. Like for horror games, you want to see the reaction, the fear, and whatnot. It's not just yelling doesn't do anything. But for like the Star Wars movies, I think we did that because it was my first time watching them. I'd never seen any of them before.
I wanted
that.
his pure
So
reaction.
it's just
yeah.
pure reaction.
And also, that was early days of HQC anyway. So
yeah, we were just spitballing.
he
You
was
know?
spitballing. Yeah, very
Also,
fun.
also, this channel, it's the only place I've ever heard anybody complain about the opening crawl existing.
Listen, it's still exposition. You can't criticize it in one thing and not in Star Wars. It's all
No,
equal.
it's valid. It is exposition.
yeah.
It's just a funny way to do exposition.
I
I like it
will-
more.
I will say, from an editing standpoint, it is easier just to edit pure audio.
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh yeah. It's
By
easier.
a long
However, counterpoint. When uploading these videos, every single fucking one gets copyrighted claimed because it's just footage. Whereas if it was us with a camera and like a small little box for the movie, it would be less likely to.
Yeah, but then I'm seeing less of the footage and more of just
Yeah,
my forehead.
then that impacts the viewer's experience because really what I would want in a perfect world is the film taking up the full screen and our camera in the bottom right and occasionally cut up to us being full screen and be like, whoa, that crazy part. You know, I want like real, like VFX artists react the way their style does it. That would be like my
Yeah,
perfect
that'd be good.
HQC done for movies. But A, that's a lot of time and effort and work that I just can't pull off right now. And B, I don't think it'll get us a lot more views than we currently. Maybe a little more views. Not enough to justify it.
I think it's better when it's sparingly used. Like, you remember in, I don't remember which movie it was, but Wonder Woman was in it. I'm like, why did she just do this?
I needed
and then you started filming me separately from the couch.
Because he says, why doesn't she just do this? Which, if it's an audio
I'm, like,
medium,
doing
you
the
have
thing
no
with my
idea what the hell he's
arms,
talking. I have to.
just do this move. Do this move.
What the hell are you doing?
The Diana, so it's the wind scene, and she's away from him, and she's not doing this move where she, and then, why is she not doing it?
Okay, well, to keep that joke in, what are you talking about?
No, this thing, the thing that she does. Yeah.
And that was COVID. He had a mask. It was funny.
Great.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. No, like, I think it's way funnier if it's used sparingly because it's like, oh, what the hell? Okay, cool. And it's for a bit. I love a good bit.
A bit's great. A
Yeah.
bit's great. The next comment comes from the Black Cat 1941. We got 2 comments on this because for some reason this got a lot more views than it kind of deserved to.
Is this the first one or the second one? There are 2 of these, right?
1941, I think, is the second. I don't know if the first one
Okay.
had views.
It is the second.
Okay.
Okay, so
Just making sure.
Robert Sizvetix 210 says 2 assholes in all caps.
Let's go.
Shout out, my man.
Shout out. You're right.
And then Mario Vaccarella 6854 says great video and great movie. Contrast. My favorite pairing of Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff, especially the scene where the Bela Lugosi character skins alive Boris Karloff's character. Please let me know what you think. As of recording this episode, this is the most recent comment on any of our MonsterThon videos. It was on November 8th.
Oh, that's
Wow.
That's like a
That's
couple days
cool.
ago.
A few days
That's
ago
not
in the
that long
context of
ago.
recording this episode.
Wow.
So I thought that stood. It's not even. I wanted to keep it in because it's funny to see the very different reactions, but now I would keep it in regardless. It's just the latest one.
Yeah.
No,
2
really point.
assholes.
Yeah, 2 assholes. No, that's not the latest one. But yeah. So I agree. I think this is the best of the 5 Poes we watched.
Yeah, I actually didn't like that. Is that the one where they play chess with each other?
Yes,
Yeah,
chess,
good
and then he
movie.
skins him alive.
Yep.
It might be my favorite Bella Boris film. I got to think about that. You said in the past you wanted to guest on this show to watch all the Bella Boris films.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So we might have to do that at some point.
I've seen them. It is up there. It's the best they did at Universal, and then there's the Body Snatcher, which they're both in, which is a great movie. But it's not.
I've only heard good things about the Body Snatcher. So.
That does sound fun.
Bala's barely in that one.
I mean, I've only ever seen the ones for the MonsterThon, so like 3 of the 8 they've done, you know? So I'm not privy to their other filmography, but of the ones I've seen, that's my favorite by them. I think it's a really well-made movie.
Yeah, the Black Cat is awesome.
All right.
I actually really liked it, and that's when I'm a big Poe guy, but I didn't love all of the Poe Universal films because they're just kind of boring.
Xander, you can take a pee break. This one's not important to you. It's just the Wolfman 1941. David Ferrari 4936 says, hilarious. Didn't Lon Chaney also have to sub for Strange in Meet Frankenstein? He somehow broke his ankle during the lab scene. Also, how does Lon Chaney's dad just become a werewolf now? Because he definitely gets bitten. Xander, how do you feel about that?
He doesn't get bitten.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
It's
Okay, I know they
specifically shows in the close-up of the struggle that he holds him back. There is at no point where he gets bitten or clawed.
Look, maybe Claude Rains has just got the moves. He's bobbing and weaving like Ali. I don't know. He's just not getting bitten.
No.
I mean,
I've seen
he
that
kicked-
movie more times than anyone.
Yeah. The lucky bastard saw it in theaters recently.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's dope.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, and Claude Rains had fighting skills from The Invisible Man.
True.
That's
Where he's
true.
an evil asshole the entire movie, and I like it. Yeah.
All right.
He steals
so
the dude's pants.
It's so good.
moving on, we have The Ghost of Frankenstein. Now,
Were there no comments on Bride, the best one? Sorry, the
I
second
don't think
best
there
one?
were. No, there were not significant
That's
comments on
evil.
Bride.
No.
Ghost of Frankenstein. This video popped off for us.
Mm-hmm.
We got like I think 3 or 4 comments here. Yeah, 3. Robert Preston 2220 says, I don't understand how the two sons of Frankenstein could have met the monster growing up when the monster blew itself up at the end of the Bride film long before the sons were born. There's more criticism. How do you guys feel about that criticism?
That's valid criticism.
They don't say that in the movie. They know the monster existed, but they never say they met him.
Go fuck yourself, Robert Preston. No, not really. Not really. Thank you for commenting. Another part of his comment says, and how could the people in the village not know that Dr. Frankenstein was the son of the famous Frankenstein who created the monster? You might not advertise it. You know,
It was
you
me
might
wa-
not lead with that.
All right. So
There
my
isn't-
only
there-
issue with that is his last name is Frankenstein. Wouldn't that be everyone's first assumption?
Well, I don't introduce myself as Chimera. You know, they might not
Yeah.
first know who I am, you know, based on that.
I mean,
But-
I actually have a point to make because I've been watching the Hammer Frankensteins, and in one of them, Peter Cushing's Dr. Frankenstein actually tries to dissemble by saying like, well, you could go to like any number of towns in Central Europe or cities and you find people named Frankenstein. There's a castle named Frankenstein in Germany. There's Frankensteins in Switzerland and Bohemia. They're all over the place. I'm just a Frankenstein.
I don't know if it's again. This is 2025, though. I don't know 100 years ago how common Frankenstein was as a name. So,
Also, that's the same movie where the aliases he uses are Dr. Stein and Dr. Frank.
well, fair because those are more common than Frankenstein.
Yeah. If my last name was just Frank, that makes sense.
I laughed at it, but you know what? Valid.
He could have done the Dracula thing and called himself Ninecrank or something. Ninecraft.
Yeah.
Nine crank.
Nothing makes
Here
me
for
more,
the
nothing makes me more mad than this is my alias. Alucard, and it's like just flip it fucking backward. Look in a mirror, do something. It's right there.
Kevin Dinham 3175 says, great film, but funny when the monster had Igor's voice. Universal agreed with you, which is why they cut it out of Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman.
And completely destroyed the continuity.
Yeah.
Total context to that film.
Yeah, everything should be in canon. We had this discussion earlier.
I'm an outspoken critic of Meets the Wolfman. I think it would have been much better had they kept Igor's dialogue. I don't care how goofy it sounded. I think story-wise it would have made more sense.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it would have, yeah.
I mean, the dialogue, I've read the dialogue. It's not great, but it would have at least been something.
Is it just like, now I'll destroy you, ha ha ha, or something?
It's weird and confusing. Some of it is weird and confusing exposition.
Back in that day, like sequels and continuity, that wasn't really a thing. So
Yeah,
Right.
true.
he could have.
Nobody cared because
But-
the whole philosophy writing it was that like the audience wasn't going to remember anyway, so why
Exactly.
should I subscribe to
You
continuity?
tell
So there
that
was
to
no
every Mummy
reason
sequel
to
that
ask.
played that damn stairs clip. Every single one. There's 6 fucking Mummy movies.
And how many Mummy-
5 of them have the fucking stupid stair scene. in
And they
them.
played footage of like the Karloff origin, but
Yes,
didn't show
and then-
Karloff.
no, there are 2 of them that have Karloff in that, and then they redid the scene with a different actor in the same scene.
I don't even know why they're called
Why are the
sequels.
mummies
like,
bad?
They're not even sequels. They're just a different thing.
They reshot all the close-ups with a different actor.
So bad.
Brutal.
Brutal. That's why the Mummy is the worst Universal monster. My piece.
Guys, you might not know this, but I have a third comment on the same video. Ian's mad gay. No, sorry, that's just me. I thought the movie had some very poor storytelling, especially the part where the girl's asleep and the camera moves to the left, showing the monster looking down at the bed. There's absolutely no signs of a break-in. Windows and doors are shut. How the hell did he get in the house or even know where the little girl lived? No way could he have gone around town unnoticed.
That's the one where we made fun of him. We made fun of the movie because he's like, is he the stealthiest huge dude ever made?
He's like ghost assassinating everyone around him with a karate chop.
Yep.
Wait, which movie is this comment on?
Ghost of Frankenstein.
Oh, well, that's why, because he's a ghost.
Ooh.
He's not. The monster's a guy. The ghost
monster
is
is
referring
real.
to the
Yeah.
guy who
Yes.
made Frankenstein's ghost's ancestor's ghost or something. It's not about the...
That's the one where they
I
started
know,
getting
Jake. I
worse,
was just making a
right?
joke.
That's because like Frankenstein and Bride are both really good, and then Son is fine, and then like Ghost is where I'm like, all right, Frankenstein's my favorite, but like maybe we stop.
It's a little outlandish, yeah. But that's the last solo Frankenstein before he started meeting everybody.
Yeah, meeting the Wolfman and Dracula and me.
Speaking up next is the...
He did
easily
not
most
meet
popular-
Dracula. He did not
He
meet
not-
Dracula.
he did
He
not.
laid
He's
he
never
laid
met
on a table.
Dracula.
He laid on a
He did
table
not
over
meet-
there.
Yeah,
He did not meet Dracula until Abbott and Costello and then never met him again
Yup.
until Van Helsing. The next one we have is easily everyone's favorite Universal monster, Captive Wild Woman. Only one comment on this
Wow.
one. Paula Miles 9559 says, I love your movie synopsis. Confess, you are MST3K fans. I will confess this. I did not know what it was when I started doing the MonsterThon. I got told when I started uploading these commentaries by people like, oh, you're like MST3K. I'm like,
Who is
that?
that?
Like a barcode? Did you just like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
So
What
I
is
look it up and I was
that?
like, oh, this is an old TV show where they did exactly this. Damn, I feel less original now. But like, you know,
it can't be not original if we didn't know it existed.
either way, reacting to a movie on YouTube and cutting together highlights, apparently other channels do that and they're more successful. That's fine. I don't
Jake,
watch
have
them.
you
I
never
have my own
heard
thing.
of Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Never.
Not before that point. No.
No, I had heard it years ago now,
Yeah.
but like when we were watching them and uploading
Yeah.
them, someone told me
I
about
know
them
him.
and then I realized.
I used to watch them on Sci-Fi Channel and reruns when I was a kid, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew that existed.
Yep. Didn't
Yeah.
know it existed. But
they have
apparently-
their own streaming service and it's free.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
no shot.
Yeah.
The next one we have is from Son of Dracula, which is a
Dracula sequel.
I will just say controversial film amongst this podcast here because Xander really likes it. I don't.
It's not good.
It's fucking
Hey,
awesome.
I like it fine.
It's not great.
All right,
well,
we have
what
one
do you know?
comment.
Okay.
Carlo is buried alive. I appreciate Lon Chaney Jr., but his best fit was the Wolfman. That whole experiment where he played every single monster didn't work for me. Another comment replied to that and said, I heavily agree with this.
Yeah.
How
Allow
long
me to
ago was
verbally
that
reply
comment?
right now and say I also fucking agree with that.
Good work on that guy for making a comment while buried alive.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah,
how
good for
long
him.
ago was that? Did he get unburied, or is he now buried?
1931. Awoken today.
No, I agree. I don't dislike Lon Chaney in any way. It's just I think you're spreading the guy too damn thin.
I think the earlier work by him is better than the later work by him.
Yeah, it's true.
A lot of actors, they get better as time goes on and like they improve. Like I think The Rock was not a good actor in the 2000s. I think he's actually pretty capable now. The
I still
opposite,
don't like these
I think Smashing Machine was really good.
Okay.
Yeah,
But the
Smashing
opposite has
Machine's
happened with
amazing.
Lon Chaney.
I thought he was really good in the Smashing Machine. I thought the movie was okay.
Yeah, I agree completely.
I'm a huge Lon Chaney defender, and I think he's always been good. I just think, like, in the later stuff, he wasn't given as much to work with.
I agree
mean,
as
like,
well.
Yeah.
That's another factor. Maybe, he needs to care about how good the script is to be good. I don't know, but like,
Well,
if you're
it's
giving him
like,
shit, you're gonna get shit.
yeah, well, no, I mean, it's like, take House of Frankenstein. It's like, he's in it, but it's like, what does he have to do? There's not much for
He's in
him
it.
No,
to
they're
do.
just. I mean, that's also not really a comment on his acting. That's just his character
Yeah.
because they're just
Yeah.
redoing Meets the Wolfman like verbatim
Yeah,
at the end of House
that-
of Dracula.
Yeah, that's my problem with the Wolfman. Is I think he's always good. I just think they give him the same shit to do in every movie, and it doesn't help that by the time you get into the House movies, he has less movie in which to do it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's not
his-
the actor's fault. I mean, he
Yeah.
did his job just fine.
The Wolfman's entire shtick in those movies is, I'm sad. I don't want to be a wolf. Like, put me in prison. For a pretty decent portion of that is those.
And then anybody could have been the Mummy.
Yeah, it's a man in bandages.
Why get a high, I guess, bankable for the time actor to just, you could get, like they had a stuntman Eddie Parker was the stuntman in the Mummy suit. Are you just marketing it because you want, like, to put Lon Chaney's name in the poster?
Well, they made weird decisions all the time. They kept fucking over Bela Lugosi just because of spite and stuff.
Yeah.
That man deserves so much better. Jesus.
Real.
He wasn't even Dracula for most of the fucking crossovers, man.
But I didn't think Lon Chaney did a bad job as a vampire.
I will say, I like Carradine as Dracula.
Oh, Carradine's excellent.
He's got a good Dracula.
Incredible.
Good,
incredible.
good sub-in. He's also great. Another film that came out that we commentated over that has a comment or two is Jungle Woman, the follow-up to Captive Wild Woman. This one says, "Hey Ian, is she a baddie?" Yeah, that was from, how do I pronounce this? Emerald Quill Studios. Is that? you recognize that one?
I was wondering to myself, I'm like, did I make any comment on any of his videos?
So
Apparently
he's a fan of this, is what he's saying.
Let's go.
I will say this is another really good one because you see in real time your enthusiasm for the Ape Woman movies plummet down to zero.
Oh my god,
that one's so much worse. Yeah,
those are my favorite commentaries where we just we start high and we just drain as we go.
I really like the ones where the energy is, and I like being a part of them, where the energy is just at its maximum the entire time. If it like, I like when it ramps up, it's fun. I like when it dips down, cool. But when the energy is just consistent throughout, and it's either, oh man, this film is great and here's why, and we get to talk about it and express all of our feelings about it and like actually make good points and still have your fun little jokes because silly things are happening or like, you know, topical humor. That's one thing. But when a film is just dog shit throughout, you're just like, that there's no better vibe than that.
Another comment here. This movie should have just been called Woman. That one was by another unpronounceable name, Ian Mello. The only two comments are people sitting in this virtual room. I will touch on a couple things you said earlier about the other comment, though. The commentary vibe. Hot quality content is monetized. We have launched channel memberships. There's one tier. It's the cheapest possible price. But if you ever wonder, do we do this because we want to make money out of it or because we love it? The channel... Let me... Right to the camera on this one. The channel makes less than $100 a year.
Damn.
So no, it is not for the money. That is, you can't. What can you get? One coffee a month or something with that? You can't get anything out of that.
We watch Witcher Blood Origin for the love of the game.
We love the game, bro. Our structure is every Saturday. These two chuckle fucks come over my house roughly around 1 p.m. and we record until like 8 or 9.
We watched Witcher Season 4 for 10 straight hours, almost.
Oh
Yes.
god, that would destroy me.
Right? We did it all in one day. So we do this for the love of the game, man. Like, if you do the math, we're getting like pennies per hour if we're actually paying ourselves, which we're not. It's going into an account for
love of the game, but Witcher is still using a Season 1 clip for the intro.
Listen, I put Liam's face over it.
You do.
By the way.
Oh, he doesn't know that yet. You'll
Fire,
get
by
there.
the way.
You'll get there. You'll get there. I apologize. I've strayed very far from MonsterThon comments, but both of the comments were from you and you, so naturally. The Jungle Captive, which is the next ape-related movie. This one is from Anthony Kernkovich. Diss the critics. The Ape Woman trilogy is an entertaining series with a kinky premise, and ace makeup man Jack Pierce contributed some of his best monster makeups. All 3 films feature great character actors who always deliver: John Carradine, J. Carroll Nash, and Otto Kruger, respectively. And we even get the creeper himself, Rondo Hatton, in the last one. I give this Ape Woman thumbs up all the way.
All right, let's calm down.
All right, we got an opposing... I appreciate that when someone
it's a
disagrees,
good comment.
they explain why respectfully. Cool.
I haven't seen the Ape Woman movies, so I really don't have a stake in this.
You would really enjoy some of it.
Some of the
cool.
first one.
Yeah.
Not even the rest.
No, and like the makeup is actually pretty, like, those old monster movies, most of the makeup and effects are excellent. Like the Wolfman transformation scene is incredible. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
How they did. There's no Man Who Laughs comment on there. I didn't get to talk about how that movie is a movie of all time. Like how they made him terrifying is fucking awesome. Like that's never something that I will say in most of those movies. Like most of the costuming, most of the effects, most of the makeup is just all incredible.
I will point out, however, again, respectful, totally cool that you disagreed and explained why. You're not being rude at all, unlike some other comments which I have talked about. 2 assholes, all caps.
That was definitely funny.
That was funny.
Entertaining series with a kinky premise. If that's not what you meant, that's a weird way to phrase it.
It is a weird way to.
That's just the verbiage on that one.
It's because
if
she's
that
a
is
horny
what you
gorilla.
meant, if that is what you meant, there's way kinkier movies that you could be watching than the
You
April
should watch
trilogy.
Basic Instinct.
Whoa.
Even from back then, you could watch fucking cat people.
There you go.
I
It's
mean,
dripping
if
with
you read
whatever
The
you want.
Devil's League, you can get some inference of.
Listen, would you believe that this guy still hasn't read it? This guy.
I have it. It's right on my. It's on my bookshelf.
I'm actually shocked, given the fact that you nearly banned me from being on this show if I didn't finish it.
I believe you me. I put a gorilla as a main character, trapdoors up the wazoo, and loads of references to all the Universal Monster films that he likes and doesn't. And he's. It's like you hate me. Wow.
See,
What do you mean? It's like
Jake,
I hate you. You're one of the 2 assholes.
I'm one of the 2 assholes. Yeah.
I will say this: your Ape Woman story, the first Ape Woman story in that, Universal could if Universal licensed that and made that into an Ape Woman remake, it would be a really good movie.
It would.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's.
I mean,
It's
I
what I've wanted to
remember-
see out of one of those movies.
I mean, I remember still saying that I was like, he did Ape Woman? Those movies fucking were boring. And then I read the chapter and I was like, oh, okay, that was pretty good.
My Ape Woman story, whether you like it or not, better, far kinkier than all 3 of those movies combined. So that is what it is.
Yeah.
But all right, the next one is a biggin with his only 1 comment for some reason. Abbott XL Meet Frankenstein. David Ferrari again. How is it so easy for a werewolf to remain fully clothed in seemingly freshly pressed clothes? Xander, you got thoughts?
Yeah, it's you're willing to believe a man can transform into a werewolf, but you won't believe the freshly pressed clothes.
I mean,
just
He's got to
because
wear.
you tear them up.
I mean, he's got to wear something when he gets his pina colada at Trader Vic's.
exactly.
I
don't
assume,
know, man.
and this is
It's
just
the
me
fucking-
speculating here. I assume that what happens is he has freshly pressed clothes on, he werewolfs out, tears them off, whatever, then later becomes Lon Chaney, like sad and in an underwear somewhere, and is like, oh shit, I guess I'll get my bearings back, and then puts on a different suit. That's my thought process on that.
The only problem I have with that is in the first Wolfman, when he first transforms, he's in his undershirt. And so apparently that means the Wolfman went and found a shirt to put on.
Well, he went and found a shirt and different pants.
Yeah, that's true.
But look,
Yeah,
I'm
he-
gonna just say
whole
this.
wardrobe.
I mean, there's that like whole thing where it's like maybe like a cartoon characters they'll wear the same outfit all the time or something like that.
Yeah.
I just treat it like that. And by the time Abbott and Costello came out, that was just an iconic look for the Wolfman. So it's just gonna stick. But I like the look. I thought it looked fine. Like, okay, it's freshly pressed clothes. Just move on. My God, CinemaSins fucked up a lot of things for movies.
I do like how I do find it amusing how he gets progressively hairier as the movies go on to the point in Abbott Costello he looks like a bear.
There's only one character that needs to be naked, and it is the Invisible Man.
Yes.
He needs to be naked.
Naked.
Or he needs
Also-
to have like that the garb on, like the trench coat and
Yeah.
the big goggles
Yeah.
and like the wrappings and whatnot.
Also, the other thing is that like everyone's like, oh, he tears off his throat. No, the original Wolfman has a pretty like paralysis type transformation. Like he freezes in Transformers. There's no reason for him to have ripped up his clothes.
He does. Yeah, he doesn't get bigger. He just gets hairier.
The original Wolfman freezes in transformation because that's how they had to do the transformation at the time, though.
Okay.
They had to do like the still frame by frame.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
you do
still-
make a very good point. Yeah.
Yeah, you can interpret it as yes.
Yeah.
The next one up is from Abbott Meets Invisible Man. I guess Costello didn't meet him because I skipped that word. One
No one commented on the killer.
No one commented on the killer.
Meets the killer, Boris Karloff. Rude.
No one significant. No one had a significant enough comment on the killer. I don't know, but it wouldn't have gotten views. Oh no, it did get the Abbott movies on our channel popped off more than the rest of the MonsterThon. I don't know.
They're up in the top 10 on your channel last I looked.
Yeah, I think it's because people search to watch the films themselves, get our review, click it, and hate it because it's not the film. What did you expect? It's YouTube. It's 20 minutes long. Obviously, it's not going to be the raw. All right. Anyway, Abbott and Costello meet the Invincible Man. Yeah. This is exactly what I think I spoiled myself. At Smash Up Mashups says, I really disliked how you kept making jokes and mentioning the Invisible Man's nudity and genitals. You really ruined the movie for me. All right. What did you expect? Did you just search YouTube hoping to find the entire copyrighted film to watch for free? Like, you know the video is like 10 or 20 minutes long when you click it. You can see the time code right here.
You also don't spend that much time talking about him being naked. It comes up
It's like
maybe
a joke
twice.
or two. Yeah.
And the Invisible Man movies are practically comedies anyways.
They are. He wrecks a fucking train in the
And not for nothing, but like when he's boxing, his dick's swinging at like that. That's a noticeable thing. I have to point that out. If I were boxing, I wouldn't want my dick hanging out. What if I get punched in my balls? Valid criticism.
As a fan of Invisible Man and as a guy who like notably is like keep it as a serum, keep it where it's just his body that's invisible. I mean, you just have to roll with the jokes that he's naked. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Just put up with. It's not that big a deal.
It's part of the lore. Damn it.
It is what it is.
It's just
another
goofy.
comment says
we're gonna make jokes about
this
it.
is from Dorian Tallbody 1045. Everybody overlooks the fact that any Invisible Man would be blind because light isn't able to hit the retina.
Oh god!
Did you actually us? Hold on. Listen, the picture of Dorian Gray or whatever the fuck your name was. Do not actually. The light wouldn't be able to. It's a movie where the man turns invisible and punches stuff, or it turns invisible and is a spy, or it turns invisible and pushes people off a bicycle. We are not thinking about that.
To be fair, the entirety of our channel is just going actually to the entire film we're
Yeah,
watching.
but we yeah.
But no,
But
regardless.
it's
of one
okay
more
when
comment on
I
that
do
video.
it.
It's okay.
It's okay when we do it,
Yeah.
but not when anyone else does
Darn
it. God damn it!
No, that's just
Go make
not
your
something-
own quality content.
That's
It's probably
just
less
not-
quality content.
I don't know.
Bitch.
It's the same thing that Xander just said. Oh, why the fuck are you thinking about the Wolfman putting clothes back on? Shut up.
Just enjoy the fucking cool look. Oh my god.
From Ja Kafra. When you view Lou in or anywhere near the ring, bear in mind he himself was an amateur boxer and stuntman. That final fight had to have been very carefully choreographed, and I don't doubt Lou had plenty input.
Jack Afra, here, Jake, I'll take over for a second. Jack Afra, you're right. Thank you for that astute commentary. I didn't know Lou Costello was an amateur boxer. That's actually a really interesting fact.
However, I will
Yeah.
say, and I'm sticking by this, it did not look like Lou Costello was experienced at all. He looked like a dope. So
That means he's a
I'm
good
sure
actor.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's good at acting enough to do that, but I don't like his comedy, so I'm inclined not to think so, but whatever. Abbott is telling me Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh god, all the comments on these.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
one of our biggest fucking MonsterThon videos. Got 5 different comments. At the Pirate Machine, appreciate you providing the movie, but sorry, I'll say that again. This is funny. It made me laugh halfway through. Appreciating you providing the movie, but do we need the running commentary?
No, this is just no. I just upload films.
Yeah,
illegally.
I'll just plagiarize the entirety of Universal's films so you can watch them for free.
Do we need the commentary
Do you-
on the commentary channel? Nah, he had him a point.
It's like if you go to like a comedy concert and you're like, does the guy need to say anything into the mic? Can't we just sit here?
Get off
in
the
room?
stage. I
Can't
just
we
wanna
just like
watch.
relax? I paid to be here for 2 hours in a dark room. I don't want any person talking to me at all.
That's
You know, traditionally, when people upload the full movie to YouTube, it usually says title of the movie, full movie.
yeah, and then it's a link to a website that steals your
Yeah,
information.
exactly. Like
It is.
It's a like 90-minute video of just a random image with a link.
Yes,
Yup.
100%.
I've never once seen someone provide a full movie that says, reacting to this movie or that. Or
I have, and I watched the entire film, and then it got taken down the next day.
Of course.
Yes.
These videos have been up for years. Like, do
Yeah.
you think YouTube just like stopped caring? unless we fight and win the copyright claim, which we always do because we're always in the right, then it's gonna get taken down.
We own the chariot race in 2016's Ben-Hur.
We might own the chariot race in 2016's
Because no one else wants it.
For context, in the Ben-Hur Best and Worst Pictures, and it's the only time we've done this, we commentated over the 10-minute chariot race of the remake of Ben-Hur.
Because the chariot race in the original is like one of the best scenes in
one of the best scenes ever. We're like, well, how bad could this be? Let's commentate right now, and we did. And I put like a small version of the YouTube video of the chariot race for 10 minutes and put that in like the 2-hour podcast. I got a notification a week after that video went up saying, someone stole your video. And I'm like, what? And I looked at it, and someone just uploaded the chariot race just from the film. And instead of the claim going to the film owner, the claim went to us because we put the small version of the chariot race in there. And YouTube thought we owned the chariot race from Ben-Hur's.
We own the 2016 Timur Bebektakov's chariot race. We own that now.
So I think and you can test this, if you want to upload just the 10-minute chariot race, which is illegal, don't do that. But if you do, the claim will go to our inbox. And we get to say it's okay or delete that guy's video.
We said it was okay because it sucked, right?
Because it's not our film. I'm not going to say it's not okay.
We both need Xander. We both need to create second channels just to do that.
Yeah.
See if it happens.
It might be a good idea.
I was surprised.
I'm gonna name the channel "Uploading the Chariot Race" just to see if this.
Yeah, no, it's valid.
The whole full title. Yeah, no, I was surprised. I was like, I'm flattered enough that someone tried to steal our video and kept our Nope. It's just the film.
It's just the chariot race.
I was like kind of disappointed. I was like, damn, we're not cool enough to be copied. Whatever. But all right. Regardless,
Okay,
that was only one comment.
Start just
Jesus.
re-uploading hot quality content videos to my channel. Got it.
Then I'll finally get more inboxes saying that people try to steal our stuff. At Age the Gowd YouTube, you're bugging, which is the wrong you're. Bud and Lou are not idiots, and then he did this face. Y'all are haters. A lot of exclamation points. I genuinely enjoy Lou and Abbott. They're just silly, but their work, like Three Stooges, similar style. And the monster crossovers are pretty much all good with these two. Boris' rendition of Hyde is a bit underrated. Cool-ass makeup. I agree with just the end.
Yeah, cool ass makeup.
Yeah, because Boris didn't play Hyde.
Yeah, he didn't.
So my thing here, I'll just reply to this comment real quick. Comedy is subjective. I don't have to like Bud Abbott and Lou Costello. In fact, I don't. And I don't like the Three Stooges either. Bad example.
I just want to take one more issue with this comment. The monster crossovers are all good with these two?
No, they're not.
Guy.
Let's slow
even
down
the most,
here, guys.
And the monster crossovers are pretty... like, even the most diehard Universal Monster fans, there's no way you like fucking Meet Killer Boris Karloff.
I didn't like any of them, I don't think.
I liked Meet Frankenstein, and I
as someone
did
who
like
likes,
Invisible Man until the end.
Yeah, as someone who likes a lot of the unliked monster films, yeah, Killer sucks, Invisible Man was alright, and The Mummy was...
That was the last one they did. That was like the end of their careers right there.
You know,
that was their second to last movie.
I have Xander contradicting himself in here. You said you didn't like some of the least liked ones, and then you said the Captive Wild Woman trilogy sucked. Hold on.
Well, because I'm talking about Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, Son of Dracula, The Mummy's Tomb. Am I forgetting?
The Mummy's Tomb.
We need a separate episode of you two. Just going off on Mummy's Tomb.
Yeah, we need to do an episode where I defend the Mummy's Hand because I think that's the better of the sequels.
The Mummy's
That's
Hand.
an interesting episode, Jay.
They're both the Mummy's Tomb and the Mummy's Hand are both equally bad. It's just me arguing with them.
As far as I go on the Abbott and Costellos, I really like Meet Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I've only seen the very tail ending of Meets the Killer on TV, and I went, oh, so the title's a fucking lie, and I hated it, and I never watched the whole thing.
You're not
funny.
missing much.
Very valid.
Invisible Man has some good gags, but the movie as a whole is just okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Hyde is bad, and Meet the Mummy is really bad. Like, I liked that one when I was a kid. I watched it again for the first time in like 2 decades, I think, when I got the Blu-ray set. Like, this movie fucking sucks.
I'm gonna sum it up pretty quickly and easily here. They're all fucking terrible, except Meet Frankenstein, I think, is pretty decent.
They're a good
And
concept.
Invisible Man is really good until like the last minute. And then that whole bit with Costello running out the door with his
Oh my
legs on
God.
backwards, I was like, that soured so much of what I did
And it's
previously.
like weird sped up. Yeah, it's just strange.
It's like,
yeah.
so I like 1.5 of the 5 that they did with the Universal Monsters.
I
If you count
I
Course
ha-
Karloff the guy as a Universal Monster.
I'm not gonna lie. A part of most of the reason why I like Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein is just because the monsters are together. Abbott and Costello parts, most of it is kind of like I just
Fully
kinda
agree.
Put up with it.
Yeah.
Compared to the other 4 movies they did, the comedy is best in Frankenstein
Yeah.
versus the rest of them. But yeah, I fully agree. It's just the glory of finally seeing at least their big 3 interact with each other at all.
Yeah.
They've never done that in all across. Like, I don't know. That's big for me. That's a big deal.
I agree.
But yeah, I do think their comedy gets worse. It's because I think by the time they did Meets Frankenstein, they had already done like 20 movies. So of course
Yeah.
their comedy was going to go downhill by that point.
Running
And
out.
in Meets Frankenstein, they rework a lot of their gags, like the candle on the coffin.
David Ferrari again. I was never able to find someone to watch these movies with me growing up because they were corny, but I was obsessed. Thank you for this experience. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
Oh man, thanks.
David.
Aww.
Fuck yeah, man. You know, through all these people saying it's good or it's bad or you guys are great or you guys are terrible, that makes me feel really good for
That's
having
what
done
we're here
this.
for.
That's what we're here for, you
Yeah.
know?
I really like that movie where this guy fought Ford.
Ford V for love.
Yeah, good job, man. Proud of you. Another comment here. We have 2 more comments on the same video. I am watching this on TV right now. Thank you. I think they commented after clicking it without watching it and thinking it's the full film, being like, great, awesome, oh, you're the best. Thanks for giving me the film. And then they watch it and they go, ugh.
Or they watched it on the YouTube app on their TV.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
But that would mean that they would have to pause the video, scroll with their remote to the comment bar, click comments, and then type it out on their remote, that comment. Which, judging by their grammar, maybe that is true. Last comment on this video. I need your help with this one. I haven't really picked on the grammar too much with these comments, but this one really needs help. So I'm just going to say verbatim, and what do we all think he's trying to say?
Oh no.
It looks like new unit Universal Studios Hollywood movies on Netflix with Oscar Awesome Picture Awards TCM Channel interview, Time Years History Channel interview with Oscar Awesome Picture Awards TCM Hollywood Ghost of the Day and movie.
I think it's a bot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Gotta be a bot, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's not a person. Wouldn't a bot, like, have grammar because it's an auto, like, ChatGPT doesn't
It
make
broke.
a typo.
No,
There's
it
no
sounds
way,
like
yeah.
it was trying to just get keywords or something for
Yes.
search stuff.
That was from Derek Llewellyn 6663, which maybe that's like a placeholder, random first name, random second name, and then YouTube gives you the numbers at the end.
Yep.
I just want to say it again because it's really funny. It looks like new unit Universal Studios Hollywood movies on Netflix with Oscar Awesome Pictures Award TCM Channel interview with the Year History Channel Oscar Awesome Pictures Award TCM Hollywood Ghost of the Day in the movie.
Yeah, that's a bunch of keywords. That's just gibberish.
It's just keywords.
I didn't know that was a person or not. What if they're trying to say something? All right. So the creature walks among us, signaling
Yes.
the end of the classic era here.
Oh, no other creature ones? This is
No,
bullshit.
this is just the third one that got significant comments. Power of Friendship 2.0. It was the first one, I guess, is the sequel. The creature in the movie is sus. That's because he looked like the Among Us guy.
There you go.
I think that was your comment. If I've
He
or not your
does.
comment, your
But,
observation in the video that guy's commenting on. Randy Acuna 5643. Even though this is the weakest in the franchise, I still like to watch it. I don't like to watch it.
I can
think-
appreciate that attitude, but I don't like it either.
I think all 3 of them are at least passable. That one is the weakest one. I think it's all right.
I like
the
the
other
first
2 are
two.
very good.
Yeah, the first two are
yeah.
where it's at, you know.
I like the big rampage at the end, and I like the weird kind of dark ending it has where it's implied that the creature drowns himself. I like that, but the rest of the movie
Yeah.
is just...
I don't
It's
know if I
kinda
interpreted
boring.
that. I
I
thought
thought
it's like he decided he was just going to decide whether or not to try and be a creature again or try and be a normal human again. And I was
Yeah,
just-
I thought
just
the
indecisive.
implication was that he was going to remove the skin or evolve back into I don't know. Some
yeah,
shit like
I
that.
thought he was deciding.
Yeah,
whether
but
or
what
not
if he
to do
can't
that.
evolve back and he just fucking dies?
It's ambiguous.
Yeah, I don't like.
All right,
it's
fair.
the trilogy's end too. You making all 3 movies. You don't even answer your stupid fucking goddamn question.
But I kind of like that ending. But the rest of the movie it's boring. It's weird how how there's like an attempted rape scene in the movie.
Yeah,
and, like,
that was
ugh.
dark, man.
Yeah.
That was uncomfortable.
We're gonna jump way up after Creature Walks Among Us. Nothing from 1979's Dracula. I think
No sexy Dracula comments?
there's one from Pyramid Head talking about if Dracula could go to Wendy's or not. But
That's true.
There's another one. There's another one from me. I remember where I said clairvoyant point to Ian for saying that Nicolas Cage should be Dracula.
That's true.
That's true.
I did
That's
get
a
that.
good point. I'm glad you brought that
Not
up
to
now.
sound
because
arrogant,
you got that.
but I'm just not to sound arrogant, but I am just genuinely curious. Did I put any more comments but beyond that one?
If I saw your name, I would have put them in this. So no,
Okay.
not that I'm aware.
All
That means I'm going to be in there at least one more time.
I mean, I think you've commented on other videos we've done, but not the.
I think I'm in there though. I think I'm in there.
I was mostly just listening to them while I was doing other things. I wasn't like actively watching, so that's mostly why I didn't.
What's
really put
funny,
comments. I just
Bruce, you're not in the list I curated, but I think that's because you shared opinions in those comments that we either talk about now or have talked about already.
Yeah, that's true.
Valid.
Xander being in there was an outlier. I was like, oh, I gotta sneak that guy in.
I'll bring another one up later because I think it was my first comment ever on the channel.
Do that. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
that is interesting.
I must have missed that. That's a really cool thing to do.
Yeah.
We're going all the way up from Creature Walks Among Us to The Mummy Returns.
Not even the mummy?
Nope. Returns is where it's at.
That's because the Mummy had to be re-uploaded.
Yeah, it had to be re-uploaded. That was a
valid.
whole thing.
Yeah.
So whatever original comments are gone. But I don't think there were many anyway.
Nothing on
because-
Monster Squad?
No, not much. Mummy
Nothing on
Returns.
League?
At Enter the Creator. First one is better, but I have fun every time I watch this. I don't know
Fair.
why I gave a
What's
stupid
wrong with
voice. That's a
that
valid
comment,
opinion.
Jake?
That's a valid. Yeah, I'd like to apologize for using a stupid voice. That was a fair comment to make.
I didn't
you-
know if the first one... Yeah, the first one's better.
Did you use the voice, Jake, when you started, and then halfway through you're like, fuck,
Yes,
but you just committed
yes. I
to
read
it?
first one is better, so I thought he was gonna be like, first one is better. Fuck you guys for watching this stupid garbage. Fuck you. Like I thought he was gonna be one of those,
No,
but it
no.
was just a valid point. Like
It is
okay,
just a valid
you know what?
point.
Enter the Creator. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I think it's a bad movie, but it can still be fun to watch. It's especially fun to watch if you put the Stephen Sommers commentary on because it was recorded after the movie came out, and he is super salty about the bad reviews in it. It's really funny.
So funny.
Funny, Van Helsing's the opposite. His commentary is before the reviews, and he's like, people are gonna love this. It's so fun.
And the first Mummy is also before release. So literally, only Mummy Returns is recorded post release.
That's great.
So he's all salty. Is it?
I
All
like
right.
He's like,
Returns.
come on. He's like, come on, Roger Ebert. What are you bitching about here, or something like that?
I think
That's
it's
so
a fun
good.
time. I enjoy it, and honestly, post Quantum Mania, the Rock CGI isn't the worst thing we've seen now.
I will say, my memory of all three of those movies, that one's the worst one, and I didn't have that much fun watching. I laughed the most at it, I think, but I think it's just because it's so silly.
All right. All 4 Scorpion King sequels.
Wait,
Is
is
the
it?
next one.
No, it's not. It's,
Oh.
There's only one significant comment.
That's
It's-
one of my favorite videos.
It's
on our
pretty
channel.
good. At Berserker Goji 9973. Scorpion King, Rise of the Silver Surfer, Annihilation, Redemption, The Crimes of Grindelwald and the Wasp, Endgame, Stardust Crusaders, Awakening 1.5 Remix HD
Stardust
Collection.
Crusaders and there's
my
crazy.
God.
He also gave like Blu-ray stats at the end, as if it's like a file on your
so
desktop.
did you did that upload before or after Untold?
Before, had to have.
Okay, do you have comments on Untold?
Not significant enough to write down. Why?
Okay, I have. That's where my first comment is. It's on the Untold
First comment on the
video.
channel. All right, so you can insert yourself now. Yeah, what is your first comment on the channel?
I
Bruce?
said, I said it's either. Yeah, I think it was this one. I said, I have this movie on DVD, but I haven't watched it. And you said, you replied saying, want 2 more?
Yeah, because Mudd had 2 DVD copies of Dracula
did have
Untold,
2 DVD copies
unopened,
of Dracula
mind you.
Untold,
He
yep.
brought them as if I was pirate the film there and then, as if I didn't have it ready. Like, it is what it is. But I think he might still have them to this day. I'll have to ask him.
I only still have it because if we're gonna be doing this shit, I might as well keep a copy.
Yeah, why not?
I gotta frame that comment. That's a special comment to me. The House of the Wolfman bonus episode where we just talked about it instead of commentating. Because at the time, I didn't have a file. I just had like a DVD from like eBay. Now it's on YouTube for free because nobody cares.
Yeah.
At Darth Griffin 7741.
Oh, shout out again.
I kind of wish all of the MonsterThon vids were like this. This is way more interesting and not just 2 to 4 guys coming up with a decent joke halfway through and getting repeated over and over again.
Hey, unshout out. Fuck off.
I was about to say you shouted him out too early.
That's fair.
I'm gonna
No, I
address
think
this
that's
real
fair.
quick.
No, it's not fair. I think I'm funny.
I'm gonna address this.
Comedy groundbreaker.
Comedy groundbreaker.
We have a lot of videos on the channel, a wide breadth of videos. If you sort them by most popular versus least popular, it's general. Some videos are exceptions to each other, but the vast majority, over 99% of the time, commentaries get more views. Just talking about it gets way less views.
Yeah.
This show, I know what it gets. It gets like between 1 and 200 views, which is kind of bad. It's not if we were doing this like for a job, we would all not be recording right now. We would all be like, I'm gonna go work for Joe Rogan or whatever. But
I'm going to go work for McDonald's or whatever.
McDonald's. We're gonna
Yeah.
we do this because we enjoy doing it. But the commentaries I'm fully aware of are what make the lion's share of views and therefore any money at all for the channel. And again, I'm not thinking money centrically. We're just doing it.
They're
'cause we
also
like
more
it.
fun.
The other aspect is it's way more fun to make one of those than it is to just sit down and talk for 2 hours, which everyone can do.
I love the Best and Worst Pictures podcast. You know what else I love? Yelling about random shit that's happening. It's just like sitting down watching a movie with your friends.
Right.
Basically.
That's
the
whole
the
point.
vibe
We
that
wanna-
we're trying to get.
we wanna
If
capture
you
that
want
experience.
critical analysis, awesome. There's an avenue for that on the channel. If you want watch a movie with your friends, there's an avenue for that on the channel. We have separate areas. I resent my fuck you. You have a valid point, but there is separate content on the channel for that.
He
I
this
mean,
is a
to be
hokey
fair,
pokey with
all
the
he
shout out,
said
pull
was
out the
he
shout
just,
out,
like,
put the
I
shout
just
out back
preferred
in.
that more. I mean, I don't think there's anything really wrong with that.
There's a separate multiple.
Yeah,
episodes of
one of the reasons we did Best Pictures as a podcast instead of so the original plan was to do commentaries. One of the reasons, besides the fact that they're not really usually they're not a bad film, so there's not much to talk about. Sometimes they are. But the other thing is like we want to flex our creative muscles. We want to show people that like, hey, we can be intelligent when talking about movies. We're not just yelling about retcons all
I'm
day
not
long.
just the funny joke guy.
You're not just a funny joke guy.
You get to talk about masterpieces like Gigi.
Exactly.
Oh, Gigi was so. That wouldn't have been a good commentary either because I was just sitting there the entire time, like, oh my god.
So again, Ian's totally right. There are avenues for that, but if we only ever made that type of content, then what views we do get would like cut down by 10.
I also think it would just be less fun in general. We might have stopped at one point.
It would be less fun in
Yeah.
general. That's why we feel the way we do. Mr. What is it, Darth Griffin is what his
Yeah.
name was? Yeah. So,
Shout out.
Hey, look, he cared enough to watch all our videos. So
Yes.
shout out that way.
That's
So
what I appreciate.
appreciate that.
That is constructive criticism. I
Constructive.
shouldn't have said fuck you.
But at the same time, you know what you're doing. You're being rude.
I don't know. Maybe he's into that.
Maybe he's into that. Invisible Man 2020. I like Frogs 4291.
Me too.
Me too. Can't wait to see you guys blow up in a couple of years and I get to say I was here before 200. 200 subscribers? We're at 2,000. Hey!
Yeah,
So
that's
wow.
a
When
pretty
was
big
that
jump.
come? I didn't.
You said 2020.
Hold on. When was
right?
that
Invisible Man came out
It would have uploaded probably a year or two after. That comment
5 years ago.
was from 5 years ago. Yeah, when the movie first came out. I'm hearing you say, "Welcome back to the MonsterThon, boys."
Yeah.
It's like tradition now.
No,
All right.
Man, like
That's crazy, man.
that's a lot. That's a
10
lot of
times
difference.
growth.
Yeah.
Granted, it's over the course of like
5
4
years.
or 5 fucking years. I don't know. It's not like we're expanding. But hey, we're expanding. Why Van Helsing is absolutely fantastic. And I just got to put this in there because it is part of the MonsterThon playlist. It's a retrospect on one of the commentaries.
Me when I lie.
Oxertoby6684. I still think this is the closest we've ever gotten to get to a live-action Castlevania movie. I love it. Fair. I've watched a little bit of the Netflix Castlevania. I haven't played the games, but it's a very good show, and I see why he's cooking up with that. I see what he's doing.
Jake,
I played the games a little bit.
Symphony of the Night. It's amazing.
I played a fair amount of Symphony of the Night, but I've never finished it.
Sympathy, it's my favorite. Yeah.
The show's good. I haven't watched the latest season of Nocturne. I covered one of the early screenplay archaeology episodes was a Paul W.S. Anderson Castlevania script, and it was dog shit.
You said Paul W.S. Anderson. I knew it was dog shit. If you told me it was good, I would have been way more surprised.
The next one is ranking every Universal Monster movie. Quick side note on this, I'm pretty sad about this one because I was like, damn, it's me talking for like an hour alone. I kind of want a soundtrack. So I got a bunch of different versions of the song Monster Mash and played them really, really quiet, and YouTube struck like every one of them. So
Yep.
this video popped off, and I got no ad revenue from that. So, sucks. So I got 2 significant comments here.
I want to do like a new ranking of these guys. Like get more
Honestly?
people involved, vote on them.
That's not a bad
be
idea.
fun, yeah.
There's a future episode of this show where we could do a ranking like with the 3 of us and see how that
Definitely
works out.
like
Is
a
it just
tier
which
list,
ones I
that'd
like
be
the
fun.
most? Because it's not going to be very fair because I have bias about a couple of them.
So, basically, it's just, what these comments are going to be. It's just going to be people disagreeing with me because if they agree with it, they'd be like, you're right. They're not going to type that. They're going to be like, fuck you, bitch. So,
Suck my ass. Ape Woman's my favorite.
if it was the best film of all time. At Thomas Cummer 9968.
That's probably his actual name. We shouldn't have laughed.
I'm not saying.
I'm just reading the comment, bro. I'm just reading the comment. Van Helsing, oh no, thumbs down. Dracula 1979, oh yes, thumbs up.
What?
Disagree with that strongly.
I agree with that. Van Helsing's bad. Dracula 1979 is
Damn.
I actually that's 79 is one I actually would like to see a new commentary on because the version of it that's actually in color might get a different reaction, a slightly different reaction.
We watched it in color, I'm pretty sure.
You watch what happened with that movie is that the director wanted to do it in black and white. Universal told him to fuck off, so the original release was in full color. And then when the Laserdisc came out, he desaturated the whole thing to make it as close to black and white as he could.
well, that's kind of sick.
And
Wow.
that was the only version that was around until like 2018, 19.
So what, like, if you have the capacity to release it digitally in multiple, or physical media in multiple forms, why can't you just have a black and white version? Why not have the version that people watched in theaters and the version the director wanted, which is usually what happens?
Yeah, like the Richard Donner cut.
Is that
People have been
1979, I don't
asking
know.
George Lucas that same question for years.
This next comment is a very large one. At Captain Action
That's what
7.
she said.
Lose interest when you go from best films counting down to worst. Try reversing your order. If I do that, the video is actually less interesting. I'm trying to like not offend people immediately. I want to offend them an hour in, and then they've already sunken cost fallacy. They're already like in there,
What other shit opinion does this guy have?
Exactly. Yeah. Can't connect that you love Van Helsing. What? Would you? All of you write this? He's pointing out that I love Van Helsing, but don't like the first 2 Stephen Sommers Mummy movies. I get that. I get
Valid.
that point there. I think Van Helsing achieves something that they do not. I think the Mummy movies are very like run of the mill. Like it's kind of exactly what you would expect them to be, and the fun aspects are mostly like a big face of sand that's flying through the city. Which if you're
I
into
like
that,
that
it's cool.
scene.
Whereas Van Helsing, and again, I'm the outlier, is really character driven with how the action plays out. Like he has so much like more of an arc than people give that movie credit for. And I think the writing on that is something that's underappreciated. And I have a whole video essay on that, that is what it is. But
Jake, listen.
I gotta
listen, Jake, you gotta be. It's time to just be honest with yourself. You could admit that you like Van Helsing because you have the hots for Hugh Jackman. That's the difference.
Listen,
Hugh Jackman.
that was never in denial. That was never in denial, and he's only hotter as age goes on. Deadpool and Wolverine, he was looking smacking.
I just think it's funny that he has an arc. It's the exact same arc he has in X-Men 2.
That is a good point.
That's
That
very
is a
funny.
good point. You're kidding on the 3rd Mummy movie, right? This one's
That's
for
an
us. You're kidding on Mummy 3, right? Abominable snowmen acting like NFL football refs judging field goals? Nothing but embarrassing. You need to revisit.
I see. I
Sorry,
don't
that's
like
more
that movie.
entertaining than Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz being sad in the sand for 2 hours. Everything's brown on screen, and everyone around them is just...
Listen, I'm gonna say it. It's fucking stupid, but it made me smile.
It's entertaining. It's not great. I would not even give it a positive score. I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10, maybe 6. I don't know. But it's not great. But it's fun.
I don't like that. I don't like that movie, but I think the Yeti scene is easily the best part.
It's funny.
you?
It's fun.
That's not
Listen,
bad.
is MVP most valuable primate good? No. Do I enjoy watching the monkey play hockey? Yeah.
I disagree with him on that one.
Not
We're
wrong.
we are not the same. He just kept listing things. I think he edited his comment over and over again as the video kept playing.
He got more mad.
Nothing but embarrassing. Really disagree with your high ranking of the modern visible soap opera man movie, which is completely forgotten as you exit the Xander, you don't have to call yourself a different username. You can just use Emerald Quill when you
You don't like the Invincible Man 2020?
He hates 2020 Invisible Man so much.
Oh my god.
I
thought it was pretty good.
multiple reasons.
Yeah, it's okay. He actually made an Invisible Man movie of his own, which itself criticizes that film. So props to him. He put his money where his mouth is. He didn't just sit here
that's
and-
cool.
That's good.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
He didn't just sit here and
I
bitch like
respect it.
we're doing. He actually went out and made his own Invisible Man. So props to you.
I will say the people who don't like that movie really don't like it, and they like to repeat the same shit. I was looking at the letterbox reviews for it, and like the really negative ones all call it like the ultimate white woman fantasy, and I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Wait.
Sorry,
I
that's
just
an
gotta
interesting
know,
story.
Are my criticisms the same as like the general criticisms?
I would
Did
assume
you
not.
say it was the ultimate white woman movie?
No, that didn't even.
No, you didn't.
That had
Okay, then
nothing
you're
to
good.
do with my problems.
I feel like-
Letterbox is just insane.
I thought
yeah.
the main
I feel like Xander's
actress
problems-
was great.
And
She did a
again,
great
you
job.
can correct me if I'm wrong. It's your words I'm trying to quote here, but I believe that your problems stemmed from things that you think are plot holes and it measuring up to the classic Invisible Man movie and the sequel.
Yeah,
Is that
essentially,
generally fair?
yeah, it's
So
it's
I
really
believe
just
that people
plot
do
holes
not
and
have
a-
your, because a lot of people haven't seen those old movies, so they probably wouldn't have that context. So I don't think it to be the same one.
Can I just say something to that one comment?
Sure.
Calm the fuck down, man. Like it's just an opinion.
It's not
you
that
don't
deep.
need to get. They didn't walk into your house, kick your dog, insult your wife. Like they just said the movies were bad. Like I don't.
Or
calm
good.
down. It's not that deep.
We only have 2 comments left from 2 more videos. We have Renfield at Hazel Haunt. I heard that there was a cut dance scene that choreographers and dancers were credited for in the end credits, and I wonder if that was supposed to be in the payoff to the random ska joke.
Oh, maybe.
Never thought about that.
I also never thought about
Never
that.
thought about that.
Do you like
Star?
Renfield? Everybody in the
He
chat?
didn't. Bruce does.
That is exactly what I thought. So
It's like a 7.
yeah, it's fine. I think it's fine.
I think it's awful.
It's all right. It's decent.
You don't like at all?
Nah, he doesn't like
It would have been better if the cop subplot was a little more interesting, but other than that, it's fine.
The last comment is from I Fixed the Universal Monsters, where I was talking about my book. At Fought the LOL. Fought the lol. I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't get it when typing it. I get it now. Sequel where radiation makes the Universal Monsters grow and fight kaijus. So, no, I'm not going to write that
We
book.
did that.
Yeah.
We did that last episode.
That sounds kind of sick.
Sequel to the Devil's League where they went into kaijus. No, I will not write that book. No, man. Come on. Plus, like a big part of the plot of the Devil's League is that they're secret. They're hidden from society. You can't be a secret Godzilla. Like there's no such thing. Too many people can see you.
Oh man.
I
What
think
if we
that
shrink
was, like-
down the kaijus?
I thought that was probably one of the most intriguing parts that you made in the book was the fact that they were trying to stay secret, and it made
Yeah.
the whole mummy conflict to be very interesting.
Thank you. That was the point of contention. I wanted to stick with that for context, because Ian, you've not been on this show, but Xander and I
No.
go back and forth because I don't even love it. I give it a 7. I
Yeah,
think it's
it's like a
okay.
6.
I've always thought it was just okay.
fine.
And Xander hates it, but because he hates it and we argue about it, I sound like it's my favorite movie of all time when I defend it.
Hey Jake, recheck the comments on the Wolfman.
Oh my god.
Wait, hold on.
This is the worst film ever made.
I gotta check the comments on the 2025 Wolfman video. Okay, so we got one from at Shadowed Fate 151. Hate this film. Opinions weird. Also, Jake is hot.
Nice.
Now, I gotta reply to this comment from my own personal YouTube account.
No, man. No, I was just surprised. There are people have argued about this
All right,
movie.
there's a reply to this comment from at CakeJamara with an eggplant emoji and nothing else. I'm not sure what that means, but I think someone's gonna get it on with another YouTuber here. I don't know what the situation is, but that will do our MonsterThon related comments. I want to thank everyone who commented for watching our videos, because even if you liked us or didn't like us at the end of the day, you still came along with this journey with us.
Yeah. Even the guy who said 2 assholes.
The
Thanks,
guy who
man.
said 2
I
assholes,
appreciate
man.
ya.
Appreciate you, man.
A special thanks to that guy who 10 years ago said I had a secret hidden message that I have no idea about.
Wait, we need to play it back.
We gotta play it back.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, you have to do it, Jake. I just want to say,
It's
even
his
though
show. He
my-
should do it. He's obligated to do it.
I don't want to do it. I don't like listening to
We
myself.
all want you to do it.
We gotta do it. Even though I said like my movies don't really get a lot of views, I'm just grateful for anyone who does watch my films. Like they get
Hell
like
yeah.
200 views, but I'm still grateful they even get 200 views. So
Hell yeah.
You do it for the love of the game.
Love
like
of
we
the
mentioned
game.
Earlier.
Love of the
It's
fucking game.
passion. That's why we do any of this.
We're
For love of the
hopefully
game,
one-
the famous Sam Raimi movie.
You think I buy these buckets because I like popcorn so much? I don't even like popcorn. I just love the game,
I
man.
love popcorn.
Love of the game.
I also like popcorn.
I don't get great views, but they're all appreciated.
Bruce, I think your stuff reaches the widest of all of us because your podcast actually is watched and like somewhat reviewed by like other people in the industry on occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy every time there's one dude at Screen Rant who clearly watches my stuff because he'll do articles about it, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
I think it was our Van Helsing video where Screen Rant wrote an article about your episode, and I was like,
Yeah.
in a way, I'm in an article. Sounds fun. So that felt pretty cool, you know? I wasn't contributing anything other than just my thoughts, but you actually had the
Yeah.
data. But that was so cool. That was really fun.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm shocked it took 23 episodes before you showed up on this show, considering how often you show up on the channel, which is like every episode. So, yeah. Thank you and goodbye.
Hi.
Bye.